Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here. And for those that are new to the channel, welcome in. I hope that by the end of this live stream, you do become a subscriber. I am going to be live streaming for about roughly, 3 hours or so. It is going to be a fun time in here. So, going to wait a little bit until people start flowing in. But this is definitely going to be a very exciting one because this is the first live stream with major moves happening. And I'm very, very excited. So, while we wait for people to flow in, while we wait for everything to really kind of start kicking up in the chat, I figured why not go over, what's happening right now in this market real quick, kind of refresh what's been going on. So, it feels as though ever since the election, we have witnessed a massive reset across the board. I mean, regulatory discussions, the overall structure in the US, everything just feels as though it's changing. And this is something that I kept telling everyone to focus on, right? Because we are going into 2025, the year of crypto regulation. We have outlined documents around the FSB, the BIS, the G20. They already told us that regulations by the end of 2025 was going to happen. Now, would that have happened whether or not Trump won? We don't know. But I will say this, ever since we got the announcement of Trump winning and the new admin, it feels as though a completely new day is here and crypto is finally getting, the recognition that it deserves. We're starting to see some very big moves happening, and it's definitely a very exciting time to be a crypto holder, especially if you hold utility-based projects. On the screen right now, I do have crypto bubbles. This is the daily gains. Also, the hourly just turned green as well. This is what the hourly looks like. There's some nice gains across the board there as well. Obviously, an outlier on the last week is going to be XLM up 133%, Algo up 48.3%, Hbar up 63.5%, ICP also up a little bit, 23.2%, nothing too crazy there. ADA 43.2%, QNT as well. I mean, just some nice gains across the board. Let's just be honest here. Some very solid gains. In the chat, we got Tony. We got Ryan, Jacob. Don't know how to pronounce that name, but hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in, welcome in. The last month also has been very exciting. Guys, look at the last month gainers on some of these altcoins. Hbar 200%, ADA 200%, XLM 427%, Algo 140%, XRP 170 some percent. Guys, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I'm going to go and share the live stream real quick with the Discord. I'm also going to share it over on X real quick. So 1 second. Let me share this in the Discord. All right, there we have the Discord. Unreal, I might FOMO into XLM. I wouldn't FOMO in at all into anything. I mean, honestly, unless you're new to the space, you should have already have had your bags packed, if I'm being honest. Let's do... Going to be roughly streaming for about 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back, relax, get a little bit of a beverage in you. Keep the posture straight. It's time to kick back, relax, and watch our bags pump because it is going to be a very, very exciting time. And yeah, let's check out the chat real quick. We got XLM to the moon soon. I feel like XLM is already to the moon at this point. AI bags, look at those numbers. Yep. Hey, Nick, my XRP bag is huge, so it'll be fine. Indeed, now it's wait and hold 100%. Let's cook 100%, Mike. I'm praying you read this, but and wallets to recommend for XRP. I mean, a lot of the wallets, honestly, decent wallet, Ledger's fine. Even if you want to utilize a hot wallet, it's okay, but they're not as secure. Yo, Nick, what's going on? Violent XRP. Let's go, bro. Yep, welcome in. Thank you. Never strayed the course. Yo, what's up, Nick? What's going on, George? Will it go down to buy more XRP and XLM? Yeah, I mean, pullbacks are definitely welcomed in. I mean, listen, we should always welcome in a pullback. Guys, I'm going to start looking at the charts in a minute, just kind of looking at the chat, waiting for people to flow in. So just 1 second. I think XLM will follow a short dump and like XRP. Yeah, probably will. Nick, thank you, because I didn't get into XRP, XLM, Hbar, QNT early, but at least 7 months ago, and you just made it make so much sense. Like, these ISO coins got a pump. Yeah, I mean, listen, as we really look at what's going on utility-wise, I mean, let's just be honest here. Things are starting to change rapidly, and I just feel as if, you know, we are starting to witness a massive change around the US structure when it comes to the market. Regulatory discussions are definitely at an all-time high right now. We already know that. So I just feel like utility projects are starting to become a very big piece of just like the global discussion when it comes to the financial system. I need your help day trading. Honestly, I don't offer any help like that, but I do have a Discord if you guys want to check it out. I have it linked pretty much on every single video. My man, will this be available for rewatch? 100%. 100%. This is going to be, I'm going to repost it once it does go live. I know that it takes a little bit of time for YouTube to, you know, go through all of it, because this is going to be like a 3-hour live stream. So there's going to be a lot of information in here. We're going to be, you know, kind of chilling, relaxing, talking over some things, charting some things like that. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a longer live stream. Any recommendations for a secure wallet? Ledger, decent. They're great. With Bitcoin dominance dropping, is this alt season coming now? Going to be talking about that, Sean, just 1 second. Where would you store XLM and Hbar? I have pretty much everything on a Ledger right now, or a decent wallet. Hello from Texas. Hey, welcome in. Nick, I need that price prediction for ACH other than higher, please. Don't worry, George. I'll get you. I have my XRP on a Xlm wallet. We buying or selling? We're chilling. We're just waiting. There's no need to, you know, impulsively look into buying or selling or anything like that. Yeah, what's your thoughts on MBD at the moment? Everything is pumping. MBD will pump. They have a few things in the pipeline. I'm definitely watching, waiting and seeing, but I'm still holding my bags. I've never seen any streamer read every comment one by one. You're the best, Nick. Yeah, it's because a lot of people can't read as fast as me, and talk as fast as me. I feel like that's like one of the biggest pain points that a lot of people say in the comments. They're like, dude, you talk way too fast. It's just the way that I talk. How long from Bitcoin dominance going down until alts fully start ripping hard? I will talk about that as well. Don't worry. Nexera, it's going to bounce. I think Uphold delisted it. Can only sell mine. I believe that Nexera will do good for sure. Hey Nick, really appreciate your videos. Only found crypto in June of 2023, and I have really found your videos helpful. Hey, I appreciate that. I trade more money with XLM than XRP. Wowzer, or I made more money with XLM. Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of people are making a lot of money off of XLM. XLM, I'm going to talk about that as well, because I've been seeing a lot of people saying like, oh, XLM is outperforming XRP. I'm going to actually address that because I feel as though, you know, it definitely is something to watch, but it's something that I've been focused on for a while. So, you know, it's definitely one thing that, like, when we talk about XLM and XRP on the channel, I always say to hold both of them. Let's go. Making yearly wages in a couple days. Send everything. Hey, that's awesome to hear. Thanks for the great content. Hey, I appreciate you for stopping by. Should I take XRP profits now? You know, for me personally, I always have the role to take your initial investment out at a 2x. So it's totally up to you, realistically. Also, is Injective or AVAX a better play right now? And how do you feel about LCX? I think LCX is solid. It's a great Coinbase gem. In terms of Injective and Avalanche, I mean, some of them are pretty high up in market cap. So, you know, there's other better opportunities out there, but they're definitely solid blue chip plays. Rap God outro. Yeah, I love it. Love to see it. AI bags. Thoughts on Stronghold token? I mean, I don't really care for it. Like, listen, if I'm gonna get exposure to Stellar Network, I'm just going to hold XLM. Bro said they can't read. Yeah, it's funny. Why would you listen to strangers when to sell your XRP? Yeah, listen, I always say, no matter what, like, I'm just a normal guy on YouTube. Like, listen, you should always have your own plan, 100%. I don't have any one-on-one videos for cold wallets and transfers. I mean, honestly, there's so many videos out there that are, far better than what I could put together, just being honest with you. So you could probably find a lot on YouTube. I also have a full breakdown list in the Discord on the free side that provides you with pretty much everything that you need around videos. Hello from Puerto Rico. Q&T is back. Hey, welcome in, Lewis. Hi, Nick. Is Megan from X. Hey, welcome in, Megan. Waiting for more of a dip, then I'm buying more. Yeah, the dip might just not happen. I mean, we've seen it. So, all right, the chat's getting a little bit hectic here. I'm seeing a lot of you in. Welcome in, Mark. Welcome in, Mickey. Welcome in, everyone. I see all of you. Don't worry if I missed your comment. I do apologize, but we have to start the show. We're getting in here. The overall chat is going crazy. Let's jump in. So number one, let's go and look at the overall market. The number one thing that I've been stressing about to everyone is how we are starting to flow into the next phase of the cycle. When we talk about alt season, when we talk about what's happening around alt season, I always stress the chart. There's a chart that you could follow, and that's this one. Got posted by Secrets of Crypto a very long time ago, but this is the overall path to alt season. It starts with Bitcoin. Guys, I don't think that I need to stress to you that Bitcoin has been on an absolute tear in the last year, going from roughly like sub 40K all the way up to almost $100,000. Bitcoin has, stolen the show. Everyone has been talking about Bitcoin. And even more recently, I've been telling you guys, like, as BlackRock and all these big players continue to push Bitcoin, stop listening to the noise. It's not about Bitcoin. You need to be stacking your altcoin bags. And the reason for that is because we typically start to see Bitcoin surging in price. Everyone's focused on, Bitcoin. But then what ends up happening is phase two, where Ethereum starts to steal the show. That's exactly where we're kind of at this current moment in time. Because if we actually look at Bitcoin and Ethereum right now on the last 7 days, Ethereum is now starting to outperform it a little bit. It's not too crazy just yet, but it is starting to outperform it. Now, if we actually take the 7-day off and we add the 30-day to this and just kind of look at the last 30 days, okay, again, it's about 10% off. But the thing to focus on here is trading volume, because now the trading volume is getting very tight neck to neck with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the last time that we really kind of witnessed Ethereum start to really kind of steal the lead, let's go back to the historical snapshots, because I want to focus on this real quick and show you guys how quick this actually happens. Let's go all the way back here to about roughly December 6th of 2020, because this is right around the time where we started to see Ethereum taking the lead. If we look at the trading volume, again, focus not on the market cap, not on the price, not on any of that. Focus on the volume here, because again, 7-day span, very neck to neck, nothing too crazy. Let's go to the next week. Again, a little bit of a sell-off in the market. But towards the end of December is when we started to see things start to change. By the first week of January, January 3rd, okay, look at the 7-day gainers here. Ethereum, 42.9% versus 24.7% on Bitcoin. And then look at the 24-hour span, 26% versus 2% on Bitcoin. The following week, again, 7-day gainer, Ethereum is still outpacing it. By the next week, again, a little bit of a short sell-off. But by the end of January, we could see that the volume is so neck to neck. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin technically in gains during this short period of time. People are now starting to realize that they're focusing on Ethereum. By roughly, February or so, we're already in alt season at this time, by the way. But this is how quick, like, once Ethereum starts to outperform, once Ethereum starts to see significant gains to the upside, that's when we start to see alt season really kicking in. And right now, as we really kind of look at, Bitcoin and Ethereum, everyone's still waiting on Ethereum to do something because Ethereum hasn't been doing much versus a lot of the altcoins. Screen's gone blurry, Nick. Yeah, it's probably just because of the live stream, if I'm being honest. It's going to fluctuate a little bit. I can't really do too much about it. But regardless, Ethereum will lead the phase 2 of the season. Once that happens, again, it's the same thing with Bitcoin. It's all noise. We're going to hear a lot about Ethereum this, Ethereum that. Stop focusing on Ethereum during that time. Focus on altcoins. Now, with this, Bitcoin dominance. Guys, daily candle close was below the trend line. This is a trend line that I have been following since going all the way back here to July of the year. We now have a daily candle close below it. And the next candle here is also red. I'm not going to call it too early because again, we also have the weekly candle close incoming. We're 23 hours away roughly from the weekly candle close. But if we're looking at this on the daily, it looks as though Bitcoin dominance has now topped out. It's starting to sell off. And it feels as if we are about to witness alt season. I know that we've been excited about a lot of these altcoin moves in the last month or so, but I want you guys to realize that these gains that we are starting to see here, although they are exciting, this is just the beginning. This is just the start of the much larger moves in the overall market. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, are we going to see a pullback on XRP, XLM? XRP is already starting to pull back. But one thing that I'm focused on is, are we going to repeat this pattern down here where we had a significant run to the upside? Then we start to sell off, trade sideways, waiting for a bigger breakout. This is on the 4-hour, by the way, lower time frame. Okay. I am watching to see if this is going to continue to play out. The low should be ran around roughly $1.36. We shouldn't lose that. So I'm going to watch for this to kind of play out and, break out to the upside. We should, if we are going to break out from here, we should break over the 2021 high. That's the big focus from my perspective here. Now, again, when it comes to XLM, clean breakout here on this chart. It's been going on a tear. The key thing to focus on is resistance to form, right? We're going to be focusing on resistance. The number one thing that I have been watching, though, is the weekly. I'm more so looking at the weekly chart because we're getting so close to this area back here, back in February of 2021, before we sold off back down to about 31 cents and then continued higher. That's something that I could see happening on XLM yet again, where we actually hit, resistance around, roughly 60 and a half cents, because I do believe that 60 cents is next. After that, I do expect us to actually have a little bit of a sell-off, and I wouldn't mind seeing 30 cents yet again on XLM, because if we actually look around, 30 cents or around this range here, there's a lot of demand around roughly like 30, 40 cents or so for XLM. And that would be the buying opportunity on XLM, in my opinion, when it comes to, XRP as well. I told you guys, buying opportunity around roughly $1.30 or so. But again, do you really want to bring your overall average up so significantly? I don't think so, right? I feel as though if you didn't already have your XRP bags packed significantly, now is not the time to be looking into that. Of course, everyone will have their own idea on this. I just think that there could very well be better opportunities out there to actually get, much bigger bags of something else that hasn't really ran significantly yet. But of course, it's all on how your risk appetite really kind of is. But for the most part, I definitely have been following XRP and XLM for the last couple of years, as you guys are probably all aware. And when we really think about XLM, everyone is talking about how XLM is significantly outperforming XRP and this and that. guys, it's very easy for XLM to outperform XRP. I feel as though a lot of people don't realize this, and this is why I've always said, to hold both of these altcoins. Guys, the supply and market cap versus XLM supply and market cap is completely different. It's night and day. So yes, I would expect XLM to outperform XRP. I would be very surprised if XLM didn't outperform XRP, because even when we look at these and compare them side by side, all right, look at the all-time chart here. XLM has always outperformed XRP in terms of the percentage gained, and that's because XRP is so large in market cap and supply. So that's why I've always said, definitely hold XLM and also XRP in your portfolio. One's not better than the other one, and I feel as though it's just like a low IQ discussion to sit around and say, oh, well, XRP is better than XLM, or XLM is better than XRP. Like, it's just ridiculous to even, think like that. There's great opportunities out there, and you don't have to, choose one or the other. You could always diversify. You could always, make sure to stack your bags on both sides of the spectrum, if you will, because if we really look at this, we're getting paid 2 times over. If you have XRP and XLM, you're making money on both of these pumping significantly. So that's why I've always said, to focus on both of them and hold both of them. But also, one thing that I will say, as we do get closer to alt season, as we start to see Bitcoin dominance selling off, what I'm really looking at is XRP Bitcoin. Now, I am expecting this to kind of sell off a little bit, kind of do a very similar move back here to roughly the middle of November, right? Where we have a little bit of a sell-off and then we continue higher. But I do think that this chart, more so macro-wise, because I've been looking at the macro on a lot of this stuff, because, short-term, it doesn't really matter short-term. I don't really care about the short-term. I more so look at the past, going all the way back to November of 2020, okay? Because if we actually look back into this time period of November of 2020, XRP was about to go on a massive run. Then the SEC lawsuit came towards the end of December and absolutely killed the XRP Bitcoin pair. It killed the XRP Bitcoin pair, but it also killed the XRP dominance as well in the market. So if we're talking about XRP here, it has a lot of room to make up. And we're starting to see that, right? We're starting to see levels flipped here, but I'm watching the trend line to be retested. Okay? This trendline retest will be very significant. We've retested it multiple times over in the past. October of 2022 was one time. September of 2023 was another time. Back here in May of 2021. And then also back in November. We have yet to actually break over this. The second that we break over this, okay, that's when the fun actually begins. Everyone's sitting here and they're saying, oh, XRP's pumping, XLM's pumping. Guys, this is the appetizer. We have yet to actually receive the main meal. So enjoy the appetizer, because you'll know exactly when the main course is here. The main course happens once we actually break out of these macro trend lines. Now, I will say XLM has been breaking out. It has been breaking out of this trend line. It actually happened, and this is very significant for XLM. This is also why XLM has been going crazy, because of the breakout against Bitcoin. I mean, for an example real quick, just want to show you this. So last 2 weeks, XLM pumped 340% against Bitcoin. All right. That's why XLM is doing so well in the market. We're waiting for XRP to actually break out of this trend line, though. It's been ranging. It's been just under this. This is a lot of pressure. Once we break over this, it's clear skies. We have not traded over this trend line since going all the way back to 2019. So that's why I'm really kind of focused on the Bitcoin pair more so than the USD pair, because we could easily get caught up in the USD pair and say, all right, yeah, it's pumping. But this tells us that we're actually very early. And by the way, big shout out to Crypto Insight UK. I've been following him for a while. He is saying that the XRP Bitcoin pair still has a 13x to do in his opinion. And that's more so making a new all-time high, breaking over the all-time high, and continuing even higher. And realistically speaking, yeah, it does have a long way to go to the upside. I mean, even from today's price action on this chart, all right, just want to quickly show you guys this. So from just today's price action on this chart to the upside, this is like a 15x. All right, even if we're going to retest like the midline, right, that's roughly around like a 5 to like almost 6x on the Bitcoin pair. If we're talking about the USD pair, that's like a 10 to like 15x from today's price, if we're going to do an absolute massive run up like that. But again, we have to be cautious. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves. We can't get too bullish, because that's when, you know, things start going south. But I have been watching the XRP dominance chart as well, because we did hit that upper trend line. We just recently retested it. Yeah, I am sounding a lot better. I'm, you know, I'm healing up. We're getting there slowly but surely. It's been a rough month for sure, but the market definitely has helped. But regardless, the XRP dominance chart, I have been watching this closely, because we just did hit this upper trend line, which is also why we've started to kind of stall on the USD pair. We started to kind of stall on the Bitcoin pair. This is going to be a major area where we start to, you know, kind of watch patiently for this to actually break over it. And again, these trend lines, once they do break, that's when things start getting very exciting. Now, a lot of people have been mentioning HBAR. We'll get to the HBAR chart in a second, but I also want to show you guys the altcoin season index. So if we actually look at this on the yearly, just want to really quickly show you guys this. So this is not altcoin year. You can look at this on the monthly. You could also look on just alt season. Again, you can follow this as much as you want. If we actually zoom out, we could see how red hot alt season has been back in like roughly 2021. This is like 2022. Sometimes, you know, again, altcoins, I don't really consider alt season to actually happen unless we're in a bull market. We're now officially in the bull market. I know a lot of people will say like, oh, we technically had alt season right back here in like January, you know, February of 2024, even technically March. Not really, right? Yes, altcoins did pump. Yes, altcoins did have a great move, but we're waiting for this to hit well over 100 in the middle of a bull run. So we're still in a Bitcoin season, but you could see the transition happening here. And that's why we are starting to watch Bitcoin dominance closely as it does break down through this trend line. This is where like the biggest moves in the market really start to begin. Now, let's talk about a few charts, because I'm seeing a lot of you guys in the chat. We're coming up on 30 minutes live streaming currently. Real quick, just want to mention to everyone in the chat, posture check. How's everyone's posture? Sit up, straighten the back out. What's everyone sipping on? It's the weekend. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Just want to quickly gauge on how everyone is feeling. I know we're all waiting on HBAR. All right, let's dive in to the HBAR chart. Let's look at it. Okay. There's two potential moves here. I've outlined this in the Discord. This is what we are looking at. What up, Nick? Been following you for a few years. Much respect and appreciation. Is A0 still something you would hold? I'm actually still holding my A0. Bought it around like roughly 80 cents. Have over like, I don't know, like 8,000 of it. I'm still holding it. Thank you for the $5 though, Juice Master. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, A0, I'm still holding it. Now, with that in mind, HBAR. I am watching to see if we are going to retest this fair value gap down here around like roughly 13 or so cents to about like 13.5 cents, somewhere around that range. I wouldn't mind seeing a retest of that lower trend line, chopping against it, and then continuing higher. But a lot of altcoins have been completely avoiding any major sell-off or any major pullback. The thing to watch here is for this trend line to be potentially retested, to have a buy opportunity, or for us to break even higher. Now, how will that look? Well, ultimately, if we are going to have a much larger expansion to the upside, we need to get a daily candle close over this level, roughly 15 and like 3/4 of a cent. That's what we are looking to break over. We need to have a daily candle close over these April highs before we get too excited. So as we really look at this, you can clearly see that around this level, we are starting to have a sell-off. Now I'm on the 4-hour, so the 4-hour daily candle close, or the 4-hour closes don't matter as much as, like, for an example, the daily. So that's why I'm really kind of looking at this reaction, which is just a sell-off from resistance. And that will be back down into like a fair value gap on like the daily, and we'll retest that, trend line, which has been forming since going all the way back here to like November 18th. And then from that point on, we continue even higher, breaking above that level, getting a daily candle close, printing in, a major close against the previous highs, and then just continuing from there. Now, what is my H-bar price prediction? My H-bar price prediction for this bull run, conservative, is $1 to $2. My non-conservative price prediction for H-bar this bull run is about roughly $2 to $4. And I do believe that it could very well do that, especially if we're talking about ADA going all the way back to like 2020, 2021. ADA was a big mover. Nobody believed that it was going to do what it did, and it completely shocked everyone. I do believe that H-bar could also do the same here. Now, a lot of people have been mentioning Casper. I have been following Casper for a while, as you guys are probably all aware. I had this comparison with Algo, actually. Let me get this off the chart. Let's clean the chart up a little bit. So overall here, we want to actually flip this level. This is like a major level on, I believe it might be the daily. Yeah, so this is going all the way back to like 2022. We need to flip this level for strength to be regained on Casper. But clearly here, Casper has a nice structure in place. So let's go all the way back to November 4th. Significant low, followed by a higher low, higher lows, higher low here, higher low as well. So overall structure here, pretty solid. Also, high, higher high, higher high. Now we're waiting for a higher high here. We don't want to create what we are seeing here, which is a lower high. We want to see bullish structure continue to form on Casper. So we're looking for, higher lows and higher highs. That is a crucial thing to focus on when we were talking about a project like Casper that did have such a massive sell-off, some bearish news, things like that. But if we are talking about this, it looks as though we are having a nice structure form here where we potentially could have a breakout above this level, retest it, and then continue even higher, which would be very bullish for Casper holders. I do think that Casper holders definitely deserve to be paid. I mean, listen, I've been holding Casper for well over, since going all the way back to like September of 2021. So we're already 3 years past it. So, I mean, I've just been waiting for Casper to do something. So hopefully it does. Rebound. I do think that the new team behind it, I think that everything happening around Casper definitely is solid versus what we recently had in previous times. But let's take a quick look at this. Decline Management, thank you for the $2. First live, did I miss XLM? I went over XLM a little bit. I'll reiterate it a little bit for you. No worries. I do appreciate the $2. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that has donated so far. I believe that there was only 2 donations, you and also Juice Master. So I appreciate you guys for donating some money to the stream. As for XLM, like I said, the thing about XLM is that we are at a major resistance level. We're getting close to it, at least on the daily. We have a solid breakout here on the overall chart. Let's go back to the weekly real quick just so that we can zoom out. So as I've said, on the weekly, we have hit a level of resistance. This is the resistance zone that we initially hit back in 2021 before the much larger expansion to the upside of like 80 cents. Ultimately, what we are looking for is a retest of the lows, anywhere around like 30 cents to about roughly like 40 cents. that is a big area, in my opinion, for buying on XLM in the short term for a little bit more profit on the upside move. Is there better opportunities out there to buy? Sure, there is, but that's what I would be expecting on XLM. A nice little retest of that demand zone, taking out the liquidity as well after hitting resistance and also having such a big move. We should welcome in any sort of pullback like this for healthy price action to actually form on the overall chart. Let me check out some of the chat here. I've been watching it all day. RSI still says overbought. Stronghold and Coinbase wallet. Axel, please. So yeah, Axeler has been a very solid gem. You know, I've been following Axel for a little bit of time here. Let me clean up the chart. I was charting this for a while back initially when it did first really kind of come to my overall attention. But look at this 4 hour. Guys, what does this tell you? This is a test for everyone out there that has been watching the channel. What does this look like? Michael, I appreciate the $100 super chat. That is the largest donation that this channel has ever received. So Michael, I do appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Nick, your videos have been pivotal to my commitment and success during the bear market. Because of you and many others, I was able to focus on great projects like Hbar, XLM, and Xrp. Here's to you and others like you that helped during these times. Man, I appreciate that greatly. American Renewal Patriot as well, $20. Guys, you guys are going insane here. I appreciate the $20 super chat as well. Appreciate your work, Nick. Keep the faith and bless your efforts. Man, bless you as well. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. It really, I'm telling you guys right now, it really does mean a lot. So I appreciate you guys. All right. So where was I before Michael and also American Renewal Patriot just completely just took my attention away? Oh, Axeler. So what does this chart tell you guys? What is this telling you? Consolidation. I'm seeing a lot of people saying consolidation. That's exactly what this chart is. Mido, we got $1. Hey, I appreciate the $1 super chat. Guys, it's crazy in here. I appreciate every single one of you for donating. I do appreciate it. But yes, this is consolidation. When something's doing this sideways, this is consolidation. Typically, the longer the base, the higher in space. And as we really look at this overall chart, the key thing to focus on is actually breaking over the midline. Okay? The midline right now is right around roughly 81 cents. Okay? Once we break over this, we need to take out the previous high, which is right around roughly 85 cents. And then after that, we could target this other high up here around roughly 92 cents. But this consolidation definitely has been great to witness on Axeler. Again, if you hold XRP, if you hold XLM, it does not matter what you are holding. You should be focused on Axeler because they are absolutely killing the game right now around interoperability. They have major connections to institutions. I know that they're connected to Onyx with JP Morgan, MasterCard, as well as a few other ones as well. So Axeler is going to be a very, very big winner. It's definitely coiled up. It's ready to move. I would ultimately have this on your watch list. Keep focus on it because I do believe that Axeler is going to be a very big gem. Now let's check out the chart here or the chat here. Oasis, Rose, XDC. How long are you holding out your XRP until taking any out? I mean, ultimately, my initial investment on XRP is gone. I took that out a very long time ago. So, you know, my next profit taking point will be after all-time high is broken. Maybe even at the 2021 high as well. Let's see. So, render. So many requests around a lot of these projects. I know Render has been recently moving to the upside. Had some fib extensions on the chart here. Let me clean it up. So again, we failed to actually keep this structure. Macro wise, we did create a higher low though on this chart. Let me clean this chart up. It's been so long since I've actually charted render. So overall, you know, some nice liquidity taken out here. We took out the lows around the daily. Juice Master with the $20 super chat. Guys, it's getting insane in here with the super chats. I do appreciate everything and every single donation. Juice Master going crazy with it. Michael going crazy with it. Patriot going crazy with it. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for the super chats. It does mean a lot. So thank you. I appreciate it. But when we look at render, it did take out the liquidity low going all the way back to like August 5th. Again, this was the daily candle closes. We took it out. We grabbed that liquidity, and now we are continuing higher. Good news is we took out the this resistance level. This is like around September. We took that out. We broke over it. Had some nice strong daily candle closes over it. Now the big thing is that we are at some very significant levels on this chart. We are at the first initial resistance zones of when we start to pump back here in February into March. From this point on, we could very well expect a potential retest of the lows to take out liquidity. That could be around $6.60, or it could be around this $6.86 level. Now we got pretty close to it already. Again, wouldn't mind seeing a little bit lower price action here on render before we take out those highs. But hey, if you are tired of waiting, then we want these highs to be taken out as soon as possible. But that should lead us to retesting these highs back here of roughly like $13.62, because once we actually break over this, there is resistance definitely that we have to make through, right? For an example, like around like this May like level, all of this needs to be taken out. So this is like the initial target before we break to the upside of like $13+. We'll probably chop a little bit within there. So, you know, we'll break to the upside, probably chop a little bit, and then finally get that move to retest $13.62 level. But that should be the overall path on render. And render has been very solid lately. It's a very solid gem. I've talked about it previously. Definitely look into render if you haven't already. There's a lot of great potential behind it and a lot of utility as well. By the way, Nick, what are your thoughts concerning the BlockDeg ICO? Seems to have solid fundamentals and white papers make sense. I have not checked out BlockDeg at all or the ICO, so I do apologize. So let's check out a few things in the chat, because there's been a lot going on in the chat. It's getting very busy in here, guys. It's getting very, very busy in here. So let's check out some of the chat real quick. How much does YouTube take from super chats? I have no idea, if I'm being honest. I just know that, listen, if anyone's donating to the stream, it's greatly appreciated. And I'm telling you guys right now, I cannot thank you guys enough, because I do know that, you know, these amounts of money that are getting sent over, it's not small, you know, chump change. Like, this stuff it's a lot. So I do appreciate you guys for doing so. All right, I've been seeing Q&T mentioning MBD quite a bit. I have been following this chart for a bit of time. We have yet to actually flip the key level on this chart. Again, this is more so on the 3-day. If I go to the 3-day, you can clearly see this. We want to break over this level on the chart, which we have yet to do so. We have been ranging on the lows. If we actually look at the daily, I could show you this as well. We've been ranging on the lows. Again, this has been consolidating technically. The problem is that, you know, we don't want to lose this level here. This is the level that we want to maintain on MBD while it is still kind of ranging. It's still waiting for something to happen. This trend line is still in place for you know, a much larger breakout. When we break out of this, we should potentially hit that level, retest the trend line, and then continue higher. But until then, you know, we're just kind of chopping sideways. We're waiting for something to happen here as we're just kind of doing this. Now, I will say, from what I've heard in the Telegram group, they do have a lot of things to, really kind of launch. They're still building. That should be happening over the course of like the next 2-3 weeks, which is a perfect time for them to actually launch. So if that is the case, while it is chopping down here, I have been adding to my bags on MBD under 5. So anything under 5, I've been buying. And I do believe that it is because, like, listen, at the end of the day, I do think that we will retest those highs. And even from today's price, that is roughly like a 12x away. So there's a lot of upside potential when it comes to MBD. The team is solid. They have been building. They've been pushing a lot of things around the Telegram group, which if you're not in the Telegram group, I do think that you should be. But I do think that there is a lot of money to be made on some of these projects like MBD. So a lot of people have been saying Algo as well. Check out Algo. This is a project that, off of the lows, like we were looking at some levels here. Again, it's actually kind of crazy. Like this is something that I love doing when I look back at some of these charts and I just see things working out perfectly. Ronald, I appreciate the $2 super chat, man. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So thank you. But as we look at Algo, guys, look at this. This is a perfect play-by-play. So sweeping the lows. After we sweep the lows, we break out. Yes, this did front run my overall drawing. So, don't pay attention to that too much. But we hit the first level. Okay, this is the first level where we would see a little bit of a problem. Okay, after that, we sold off a bit. But then continuation happened. And now we're at 30 some cents. Let's clean up the chart a little bit. Just wanted to kind of show you guys that and how that worked out. It's actually great. But I want to go to the 3-day again, because the 3-day is the best way to actually look at this. So after having such a significant run up, because this is up off of the low. So I'm just going to start off with, the blue, aka the green candles. Healthgo, hey, I appreciate the 8. I believe that's Australian dollars. Nick, can you check Energy Web Token? Yes, I will. I know that Energy Web Token has always been partnered up with Ripple. They've been working with Ripple on a lot of things, especially even with the BlackRock PDF file. I'm very well aware of Energy Web Token and how big it is with the green proofs and things like that. So I'll definitely talk about it in a minute. But after 80 or Algorand has had like such a big move up, almost 200%, without any significant pullback. And we also took out the liquidity from the March highs here. I would be expecting a sell-off, okay? I would be expecting a sell-off back into a significant resistance zone. The significant resistance or support zone, sorry, from resistance. So from this point, I would be looking at taking out liquidity highs. So the initial high to take out would be the December high around roughly like 25 cents. Okay. Now, is this a deep enough correction? Probably not for having such a big move up on this chart. This is also why I say like a lot of these projects like XLM, XRP will probably have a pretty decent pullback, which will allow you to accumulate more and also just, pack your bags even bigger. But after this level, I would be looking at, some nice lows being ran. So somewhere around like the midline of like roughly 17.5 cents or so, that would be a much larger correction. That's something that I could see happening before having a much larger break to the upside. Again, any sort of significant pullback should be around roughly like 30-40%. And I know that that sounds scary to a lot of people, but if we're looking at this, 30-40% is right around like roughly 20 cents or so. It's not that bad. Trust me, altcoins have experienced much worse. They do get slaughtered when they do get slaughtered. With Bitcoin dominance being where it's at still, with Bitcoin still potentially trying to break over 100K, altcoins could still bleed out a bit more. And it's totally normal. It's healthy. It's okay. Energy Web Token. Let's check it out. So with Energy Web Token, this failed. I completely got this wrong. I have a few levels here. Hold on 1 second. Let me clean up the chart. So this was wrong. This was the breakdown that happened back in May. We did lose the trend line. Once we lost the trend line, it was basically game over. I did update the Discord with Energy Web Token when it did break that trend line. It was sad to see, but hey, it is what it is. This is the overall chart setup. I just missed George. So George Bowers, thank you for the $20. I appreciate it greatly. Nick, been following you since the beginning in 2021 and only listen to your content and have pushed over 60 people to your channel this cycle. Should put my family between 400K to 1 million, all thanks to you. Need ACH and XDC. Hey, I appreciate that greatly, George. I hope that you and your family are blessed. And I just want to say thank you and that I appreciate it. Because again, a lot of you guys have been going crazy with the super chats. So I want to say thank you to everyone out there. So thank you. But with this chart, when it comes to Energy Web Token, again, we're taking out major liquidity going all the way back to like the April 2020 candle here. I mean, look at this liquidity low that we took out. This thing is practically at a massive bottom. And as we really kind of look at the first levels that we want to flip, yeah, this is the first initial level that we want to flip on Energy Web Token to print in some strength on this chart. After we flip this, we could start to kind of build a floor and then continue higher. Because once we flip this, this is the first major level that, you know, as we go back to like October of 2023, we even go back to the support zone back here in like May of 2020. This is the first level of support that we want to actually have a floor form on so that we can continue higher. After we form that floor, the next crucial level that we want to break over is just this resistance zone, which is also like right around a lot of support here going back to like 2022. So that would be around like $2.44. After we break over that, again, a lot of this will look like this, by the way, just real quick, just to kind of show you, since we're at this first major resistance zone, you know, sell off, go back up here, chop a little bit, continue higher, again, chop a little bit, and then continue higher. That's healthy price action. That is what healthy price action would look like. And from that point on, we're just taking out highs. We want to take out highs, create higher lows, build bullish structure. But I do believe that Energy Web Token is going to be a big game changer. For those that actually don't know about Energy Web Token, real quick, let me go to Energy Web Token and let's go to their website. So they have two websites. This is the first, this is their official website, but they have a lot of solutions tied to them. The number one big thing that I've been focused on was green proofs, because I'm sure that everyone is aware at this current moment in time that, you know, Bitcoin and the sustainability aspect of Bitcoin has always been focused on. It's been something that has been a big impact. Everyone has been talking about Bitcoin and how, you know, this, that, whatever. Well, even when it comes to Energy Web Token, they do have green proofs for blockchain technology as well. And it's definitely something that I have been focused on, because Ripple and the XRP ledger, actually, the only reason why the XRP ledger is carbon negative or carbon neutral is because of Energy Web Token with RMI. And they're also doing this now with Bitcoin to make Bitcoin sustainable. And I also think that they're doing it with Ethereum. I might be wrong on that, but I believe that they're also doing it with Ethereum. But they have been doing a very solid amount of work with this. They want to make sure that, you know, crypto is green, because again, that's been like the biggest argument point from like the IMF and the World Economic Forum. So they want to make sure that they're targeting that, but they have a ton of solutions tied to them. And also when you look at the ecosystem, for anybody that, you know, is new to them, if you actually look at some of their partners, they have some of the biggest partners out there, like Shell, for an example, Vodafone, T-Mobile. I mean, the list goes on and on. They've also been mentioned around BlackRock's one PDF file as well. They're partnering up with Volkswagen, Deloitte. I mean, they definitely are a very big player around the utility side of things. I know that it's been one of the most boring projects out there. I mean, if you look at the all-time chart on this thing, it's practically at macro bottom levels. So the upside potential on Energy Web Token with the supply, with the market cap, there's a lot here for Energy Web Token to do, especially in terms of X's and, you know, upside potential. Now, also, let's get back to George, because again, He donated it. I did not overlook it. He's talking about ACH, and he's also talking about XDC. So again, with ACH, this was the overall pattern that I've been focused on. I don't know when I posted this in the Discord. It's been a while, but ultimately what I was looking at was the same pattern to print here from going all the way back to February of 2023 into like March of 2024. Again, same level roughly hit on this chart and the overall same exact sell-off. This pattern, if it does break out, we should be trading well over 5 cents on this next move. That's starting right now. This move has started already. This should take us above 5 cents, like I said, and it should have us retesting the highs, aka the all-time high from 2021. This was the buy zone, by the way, that I had in the Discord around roughly 1 to 1.5 cents. Anyone that bought around here is going to most likely be very happy once those all-time highs are broken. But I do think that the same pattern is playing out. Again, it looks very similar. Consolidation definitely as well. This whole zone is basically consolidation of just us kind of doing this, waiting for something to happen when we break out. And I know that sounds it's me going very fast with it, but that's basically exactly what we're waiting for on ACH. Now, XDC, I know that XDC has been pumping as of late. Again, this was the overall chart setup. Did not want to lose this. We did lose this. Very similar to, I believe, was it Energy Web Token? Yeah, it was like Energy Web Token. We didn't want to lose this. Now, this is just like a short term setup. If we're talking about the macro wedge, it's going actually all the way back here to like November of 2022 with FTX. And this would have been the overall trendline setup that we would have been looking at. Now, I believe that this isn't even the chart that I was originally using. I believe it was Bitfinex. Yeah, it was Bitfinex that I was actually looking at. So this is the other chart that I actually had charted with XDC, where we did come back down to test this macro liquidity zone going all the way back to 2022, even December of 2022. Again, this is during FTX. Ultimately, what we wanted to see was we have the macro higher low, okay, followed by another higher low, and now we have this high here, okay. Bullish structure on XDC would be us taking out the highs from July of 2023. We have yet to do that. We're starting a nice move here. We want to see this high taken out before we get even excited about XDC having a nice move in the market. We already have those nice lows macro-wise. We just have yet to see a new high above this roughly like 9, almost 10 cent zone. So we want to see that high being taken out. So far, solid price action on XDC. Did hit a little bit of a wall here. Again, there's not a lot of resistance around this zone, but from what I can see on the daily, let's go to the daily real quick. So this is what the daily chart looks like. We already had a nice sell-off within this, which is very good to see. But the issue here is there is a lot of resistance on the daily right around where we are trading, which is like around like 5.5 cents. Again, we can clearly see that on this chart. What we want to see is a daily candle close over this to continue. Take out some of these wicks here. There's a lot of, feels as though there's a lot of liquidity wicks. There's this one followed by this liquidity wick back here around October of 2023. Once we take those out, we should be targeting, the 9 cent zone, almost 10 cents. Breaking over that would lead us to the next target on this chart, which would be, retesting some of these wicks back here, retesting resistance. There's a lot of resistance right here around 12.5 cents almost. From that point on, we will basically create a new all-time high on XDC. And I'm still, for those that are wondering on XDC price prediction wise, XDC's price prediction from my point of view, conservative wise, 80 cents to about $1.20. Non-conservative, we're talking about like $1.50 to like $2.50. That's me being very, very like moon boyish, over the moon, go crazy with it. sort of price prediction. All right, so let's check out the chat. There's a lot of messages here. In your videos, when you use the slider to take profits, what software or app are you using, and does it happen automatically from your accounts? In terms of taking profits, you could set up sell orders on almost any exchange. Now the problem with that is that you do have to hold those coins on the exchange, which I never like to do. I always advise, from holding any altcoins on any exchange. I don't care if it's Binance, I don't care if it's Coinbase. I never hold anything on any exchange. Holding them in a hot wallet isn't a bad idea, like having them on MetaMask, for an example, isn't a bad thing at all. But typically, if I'm going to take profits, I sell in clips at certain levels. I have an exit plan almost pretty much with everything. And, I just really kind of abide by it, which I think everyone should do. But outside of that, let's see, there's a lot of people talking about Jasmy. Jasmy isn't a bad project at all. I heard a lot about it. I don't hold any. I don't have exposure to it. I haven't done significant research on it, but, I heard some good things. Sologenic also doing very well. In fact, that's something that I did want to mention real quick. If we go to the last 7-day gainers, top 500. So if we scroll down the list, Sologenic is a top gainer, up almost 70%. I know lately Corium has started to sell off. It's been one that I mentioned in the Discord. Let's go check out Corium real quick. So this is actually having a pretty deep sell-off, but it was a top gainer. As you guys can see here, it did hit resistance around like the December 2023 highs. But for the most part, this thing has been doing very good. What I find funny about this is that Corium and also Sologenic are based around the XRPL. They had a lot to do with XRP and the XRPL, and a lot of people completely overlook these projects. I also think that when it comes to that, everyone should also be focused on Axelar, because Axelar has some very solid partnerships with the XRPL, with Ripple. I'm telling you guys, definitely focus up on some of these projects. I had LCX, but the project is kind of weird, all sus. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about that, but the problem with LCX is that a lot of people fail to realize that we have Davos coming up with the World Economic Forum. Guys, LCX every single year around roughly the end of December into like the beginning of January, LCX always pumps. For an example, here we have December of 2023, all the way into February, pumping, going crazy because of Davos. LCX is always at Davos. Also, back in 2022, January, pumps crazy into the end of January. LCX is one of the easiest altcoins to trade. Just to trade. You don't even have to, hold it for long periods of time. It's one of the easiest altcoins to trade simply because of Davos. Because every single time that they go to Davos, it pumps. You can make a ton of money. You could sell, take profits. It happens every single time. Real quick, some water check. Gonna drink some water. 1 second. We're seeing a lot of posts in the chat talking about Velo or Velo. I have talked about Velo in the past. The only issue that I have with some of these projects, okay, is the supply. That's about it. The supply on Velo is not bad. I just don't like the fact that there is a lot of token unlocks coming up. We know that this is today. By pretty much the end of the year, this is going to continue, but we have a very big chunk being unlocked towards the end of 2025. Outside of that, I don't think that it's that bad at all. I think that Velo is going to do good. I just wish that supply on some of these projects were better. That's about it. Casper price prediction, same as always. Dollar. $1.33. I would be happy though with honestly a 50-cent Casper, if I'm being honest. What about Ondo? Ondo is a solid gem. It's an RWA gem. I've been following Ondo for a bit of time. The only issue with Ondo is that its market cap is very high, and also the FDV, fully diluted value, is 10.7 billion. So the upside potential on Ondo, I feel as though it's very limited. I am not looking at Luna Classic. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going to be looking at Luna Classic because of the obvious reasons. But yeah, guys, real quick, we just surpassed the 1 hour mark on the live stream. Again, I'm going to be live streaming for about roughly another 2 hours until roughly around 10 p.m. So after that, we're gonna see what's up. Probably going to end the stream. Going to be looking into doing some research on some other projects and updating the Discord. But for the most part, we have about roughly 2 hours left of the live stream. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of all right, let's see. Hbar, too much inflation rate. Tokenomics are off an all-time high. I honestly think that a lot of people are just completely I think that they're blowing the Hbar inflation rate out of proportion. I mean, almost all the tokens are now in circulation, so I feel as though that's not a big problem at all. It's not like it was back in 2021, for an example. I appreciate you, Nick. Hey, I appreciate you, Truvan. XRP is going to be huge, 100%. I agree. Nick, what do you think of Xiocoin or XYO? I think XYO is pretty good. I feel as though it's one of those DPIN coins that a lot of people just are not aware of. Jupiter, I think Jupiter will do good. It's kind of like Radium. I think that Radium is solid. You can kind of catch the wave of Solana by just holding some of the DEX coins. It's kind of like holding sauce with Hedera. I hold a lot of Ori chain. What do you think? I think that Ori is solid. Very undervalued AI project and even RWA gem as well. Appreciate all your knowledge. I appreciate you. What are your exit targets for XRP? I have an exit plan in the Discord for XRP. I am not going to be giving away that on stream just for the respect of those Discord members. But if you did want to check that out, you guys are more than welcome to join the Discord. Is the Discord free to join? Yes, I do have a free side of the Discord, and then I also have a premium side of the Discord as well. Any idea why HBAR pumps 1.5 cents in 30 minutes, then falls back down? It's just, we're talking volatility. You know, crypto, this is exactly how crypto trades. I already answered that. Will this be on YouTube or Discord later? It's going to be on YouTube. I'm going to, once I end the stream, it's going to process the whole stream. It's going to take some time, but then it will be back online and upload it for rewatching. How long will you be streaming? I'm going to be streaming until 10 p.m. EST. Is Bitcoin pumping? Is Bitcoin pumping? Let's go check it out real quick. Bitcoin's pumping up a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Let's actually real quick look at the Bitcoin chart. So this is the Bitcoin chart real quick on the daily. We have a nice fair value gap here that we have failed to retest. Let's go to the lower time frames. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. So yeah, I mean, it looks as though it's having a nice little, move off of the lows. Again, we really want to just kind of take out some highs here. We want to break over 100K. Breaking over 100K will be a very, very big deal. Let's see. There's a yes, XYO. Yeah, XYO is pretty solid. Thoughts on Casper? Casper was a very solid project that was mentioned in the Discord actually by a member. This is like when it was at like half a cent. Since then I haven't been really kind of keeping up with it, but I do know that they have some solid stuff. It's like a fully decentralized chain and all that kind of stuff. So again, it should perform. Most altcoins will perform in the alt season regardless of fundamentals or anything. Watch your videos every time, bro. Hey, I appreciate that, Daniel. FS sets on Flare is getting some heat. Definitely. XLM is doing amazing. Nick, what do you think of XYO? Mentioned, I already looked at that. My exit plan is 50,000 per XRP. XLM overbought. Yeah, XLM is probably overbought. A lot of altcoins are overbought right now. I would be expecting a little bit of a pull off and a cool down. I bought Algorand today before it pumps to $1. Give them the first take profit. The take profit on XRP, I mean, we got very close to it. My first initial take profit on XRP is at the 2021 highs. XRP exit, that's crazy talk. Why is HBAR TPS still low? HBAR TPS is still low because they don't actually have enterprise applications live on the network yet. Let's see. There's so many. It's crazy how much this chat is just blowing up. There's so many of you guys in here. I don't know if you've checked AGI, considered a hidden gem that still didn't take its place. What are your thoughts? I've actually heard of AGI. It's not bad. I feel as though it's a pretty solid gem. Again, a lot of AI projects. I still feel like the AI narrative, like even if we go over here real quick, right? This is the AI market cap and volume since going back to roughly November 4th. It was sitting at about 28.84 billion. This thing hit like 42.61 billion in a very quick amount of time. Look at the volume though. 1.46 billion all the way up to like at some points in time $8-9 billion. Like it's crazy. I just feel as though AI, like this AI is going to continue to be a very big aspect of essentially everything. And if we look at the last 30-day gainers, some of these projects, which I did mention, of course, in the Discord, are doing very well. Spectre, Palm, Track, AOS, Arai Chain, even Node AI, Akash Network. I mean, these are doing very, very good. Love to see it. Also, Oasis Rose. Yeah, it's a very solid gem. But I still think that the AI narrative continues to be red hot and continues to become a very big aspect of the overall market. Hey Nick, been subscribed a long time. I've been a bit critical about some of your videos, but I would like to apologize. Your dedication to posting and sharing into and your perspectives is commendable. Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. When do you expect a pullback on XLM? We got to stop spamming the chat a little bit, Benny, if I'm being honest, because I see almost every single chat. I know that I'm skipping some, but I'm pretty much reading every single one of them. Just kind of, keep it a little bit low. Axel is a little disappointment. No, not at all. I think Axel is going to be a massive performer. But let's look at XLM. Again, when it comes to XLM, I'm still expecting a pullback around this level. I mean, this is massive resistance. This is going all the way back, here to like 2021 before a much larger expansion in the market. I've outlined this like 3 times already during the live stream. This level down here, like this 31 cent to 40 cent level, is what I'm really kind of looking at when it comes to XLM. Let me see. When to expect? What's your modest opinion on XLM price in 2026? Well, I feel as though most altcoins, most of the market's going to be topped by like the middle of 2025. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of you, but things move very fast. Very, very fast. So my price prediction for XLM top wise is like right around roughly like $1.50 to $2.50. But if we're going like full moon boyish targets, then we're talking like 250 to like $5 almost. Kyle with the $5. Hey, I appreciate the $5 super chat, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see. So the message got retracted. I do apologize if I can't read it. But let me see. There is Theta will be a huge AI. Ocean is also a big AI player. I think Ocean didn't, I might be wrong on this, but didn't Ocean, FET, and another AI project merge all into one? I'm pretty sure they all merged into one. There's like three of the biggest AI projects merged all into one. Been following you from Sydney, Australia for years. My first live stream. Thanks for all you do. Hey, I appreciate that, Clive. Let's check out XRP dominance. Yeah, it's still under the trend line. Still waiting for it to actually break over it. Kyle, for another $5, can you do quick technical analysis with Cardano, please? Just so I have validation on my own read. Laugh out loud. Hey, Kyle, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Brian, I appreciate the 10 Australian dollar super chat as well. I believe that's $10 in Australian dollars. No worries. Thanks, and keep up the good work. See you all on the moon. Go XRP and Hbar. Guys, I do really appreciate all the super chats. It does mean a lot to me. Let's check out ADA. I don't remember the last time that I've actually charted ADA at all. So this chart, so this is let's go to the 3-day on this. Okay. So again, here's a perfect example. It's already taking out liquidity, but I don't know where the daily, let's go to the daily. Where did the daily candle close happen? All right, so it's right around like the midline. Let's go back to, I want to go back to 2021. So there's a ton of liquidity around these lows back here. So this whole, let's go to the 3-day. I want to go on 3-day chart so that it's easier to zoom out and you guys can see it better. So again, you can see where a lot of these wicks are. This whole level here is going to be very hard for ADA to break over initially. Realistically speaking, even I would argue going off of the April 2022 highs, so around this like $1.19 level, would be even more significant. But this whole area up here is just all major resistance, all of this. So for ADA to really kind of break over these levels, get a strong close over them, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time. And the number one thing that I'm focused on with this is we probably chop a little bit. We probably retest some nice lows. If I'm looking at some nice lows to retest, it's ultimately we should hold around 78 cents if we are going to retest some nice solid lows. But this whole area here would be a key focus for me if we are going to retest some nice lows before we go much higher. And again, I would expect this to actually cool off a little bit more. I feel like everyone is getting very, very bullish way too soon, but this is what I would be expecting for ADA to continue higher. Again, very healthy price action. What we are looking for here is we already have a nice low here. We have a higher low here. This would be higher lows. This would also be higher lows. And what we would be looking for here is, we have this high, higher high, and then higher high up here. Again, bullish structure to form. The key thing to look at is bullish structure. Once bullish structure is lost, once we create lower lows or lower highs, that's when it's a good time to start taking profits and cutting the bag back a bit. M Spellman, I believe it's just M Spellman, right? $2 super chat. Thoughts on Muse? I don't know if I've ever looked at Muse. So it's on Coinbase. Let's check this out real quick. So again, nice lows taken out here. Again, if we're looking at the liquidity lows, we took out some strong liquidity. The high trying to get over some crucial resistance here. There's a lot of resistance right around this like $11 range. Having a nice little sell-off, nothing too crazy. I would like for this to kind of cool off a bit, range sideways, finally break out. Again, it will probably hit these low levels here. This is like all resistance. Then it will turn the resistance that we're currently trading against into support and then continue higher. And it will kind of do the same exact thing. Turn it into support, form a floor, and then continue. Let me actually check out Muse real quick. I want to look into this. So circulating supply to market cap ratio on this thing is crazy low. Back in 2021, hit $102. Yeah, this thing could blow up. This thing could blow up fast, especially since it's already on Coinbase. This is like an undervalued gem, an overlooked gem, definitely. M Spellman, awesome find with this one. Brian with the $2 to Australian dollar thoughts on Peanut. I feel like a lot of the meme coin craze is starting to die down. I know that a lot of people are going to hate me for saying that. But I feel like a lot of let's go back real quick. I'm going all over the place real quick. Let's go back to top 7 days, top 30 days. So a lot of the meme coin craze is starting to die off. I still think that, listen, they're not going to go to zero. They're not going to completely sell off. I just feel as though there's something about being able to invest into a blue chip project and not have to worry about it completely going to zero. But I feel like a lot of the meme coin hype is now dying out, and a lot of the focus is now starting to kind of be shifted towards utility-based projects. Yeah, I think that the market is definitely starting to understand legitimate utility. I think that now with this new administration being pro crypto, they're pushing, they're pushing heavy for regulations and to finally get clarity. I just feel like a lot of the focus should now be on utility-based projects. Clive Armstrong with the 10 Australian dollar as well. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, the amount of super chats that we received during this live stream is just wild. I think that this is the most amount of super chats that I've ever received live streaming, if I'm being honest. Q&T going under the radar right now. Yeah, I think that, I've been following Q&T. Guys, we broke over $100 on Q&T. That is solid. Listen, I have been waiting on Q&T to break over $1 for so long. This is the overall structure that I was looking for. Honestly, look at it. This is the first level in which I would be expecting a nice little sell-off back down to like $83 before continuing higher. We're already hitting resistance right around this level. I'm watching to see if this plays out, but so far this thing has been playing into my overall outlook on Q&T. I think that this thing is going to wake up in a large way, just like we saw back here in 2022. Again, this is more so, I think that this was on the weekly that I was really kind of looking at this. Yeah, so on the weekly I was looking at this. I feel as though Q&T is very overlooked, especially now with the utility becoming a big focus. I think that a lot of people are going to miss out on Q&T. Jay with the $2 thoughts on 1 inch. I think that there's better opportunities than 1 inch. Like, I feel like Uniswap is a better opportunity. I know that the upside potential is a bit limited. I think that Sauce is great as well. I feel like there's way better opportunities than 1 inch. I'm confused. You talk about making millionaires or so soon, but some of your targets seem really low. How much money do you expect we have to invest in some of these to make millions? It all depends. I feel like when I'm talking about some of these projects, like, let's just be honest here. When it comes to HBAR, all right, I've talked about HBAR on multiple occasions. If HBAR did a 10x from today, will it make millionaires? It definitely will make some people millionaires, but it wouldn't make a majority of people millionaires. But if it does hit my high targets, my moon boyish targets of like, we'll say $2.50 to like $4, I do think that that will make a lot of people millionaires that were buying at like 5 cents, for an example. If you were early enough to buy 5 cents or accumulate during 2023, 2022, then I do think that HBAR is going to make a lot of people millionaires if you were around during that time, which I know that there was a lot of people. Algorand's also very solid. Stacks is also very solid. I like Algorand and also Stacks a lot. Stacks, STX was one that I was looking at back in 2023, and I just knew that it was going to be a big winner. I don't even know how much STX has moved since then, but let's look at this real quick. So I want to go back. So this was like, I was looking at Stacks around roughly like the summer of 2023. So it was at like 50 cents or so. It's done a very good run up since then. I think that's solid. I think that this is a project that's kind of becoming a blue chip in the space, and I could see this 10xing if I'm being honest. Follow up on ADA. If you were looking to short ADA, where would you put it? Following you for a while, my technical analysis came from you. Thank you. Well, when we look at ADA, okay, if we're looking at a potential short here, again, with tight stop loss in place, I mean, we already had the wick here. I would short $1.1875, because that's right around like roughly like where most of the resistance would be. My stop loss would be $1.20. My target on this would be like roughly 93 cents. That's how I would set that up. Let me see. Do you think XRP will ever see under $1 again? It's definitely possible. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that it's not possible, or that, you know, XRP will never go under $1 again. I feel like it's definitely something that is possible. Guys at my work that haven't been in crypto since the last bull run, when they lost money, are now excited about crypto again and putting money in when they should have already had their bags packed. Yeah, I feel like there's so many people like that right now, and it happens every single cycle. New people come in. A lot of people will lose money. They'll never touch crypto again. It happens every single time. Any insight on ICP? Any good? Yeah, I think ICP is a very solid project. I've been talking about ICP recently. I have yet to make a new video on it. I have to make a new video on it because it's been so long, and it definitely is one of those projects that I do think that everyone should be looking into because it's so overlooked. You made me a believer of HBAR a long time ago, talking about their ecosystem. Yes, I have a crazy high hopes for what's to come. Hey, so do I. Are Shiba Inu and Pepe good holds? I had considered selling off and going in harder on HBAR, XRP, and or XLM. I mean, they're meme coins. There's nothing else beyond that. They're meme coins. Now, are they blue chip meme coins? Like, will they be around like Dogecoin? It's questionable. Shiba Inu has definitely been around for a while, but you know, at the end of the day, you're reliant upon hype and speculation to really kind of move them significantly higher. A0 and Arweave. Yeah, A0 is still one that I'm holding on to. I'm hoping that it really turns around. I'm hoping that it does you know, some X's and becomes very successful. I've been watching it closely. I've been waiting for it as well. Arweave, I do think that Arweave is a pretty solid gem as well. Good to see a clean chat here with great conversation and nobody shilling scam meme coins. Yeah, it's very solid, Theo. We need Oracle video, either Chainlink or Pyth. I do like Pyth and also Chainlink. I think that they're solid players. I also think that Axeler should be thrown into the picture there as well. Quant price predictions. I'm mainly looking for $1,000 on QNT. What do you think of Doge? I think that Dogecoin it's kind of solidified as a blue chip in the space, as a meme coin. Hey everyone. Hey, welcome in, Anonymous. What's your targets for MBD? 0.002 is my initial target for MBD. Is Corium a small cap with crazy upside potential? It definitely is. Definitely is. Do you believe Flux to be a solid hold? I have been waiting for Flux to do anything. So far, it hasn't done much at all. I have been following it for a little bit of time. I've been waiting for it to actually take out some of these highs here because it has been in consolidation. I do think that the supply to market cap ratio definitely does have a lot of upside potential. And if we're comparing it back to its 2021 highs, I could see it still hitting these highs because it's not a crazy amount of market cap or anything like that. So I do think that Flux is a pretty good, project. Again, I'm still underexposed when it comes to research on it, but I still think that's a pretty good hold. I do think that we're kind of going to consolidate a bit. TM Origins, I think that we're going to consolidate just a little bit longer before the next big move here, especially when it comes to some of these projects. But I think that a lot of people are going to expect the consolidation to happen for a lot longer of a time period. Like when it comes to XRP, for an example, I don't think that the consolidation is going to last that long. We are nearing we're nearing holiday season. So when I look into the holiday season, Christmas time, typically we sell off. A lot of people sell off into tax season as well. So we're probably going to see some volatility towards the end of the year. And quarter one is when you're going to want to really kind of focus on taking some profits. What's the best off ramps or exchange in the USA? It all depends. I mean, I know that Coinbase is very solid. Binance US has been kind of like just, I haven't even touched it in so long because it's just not that good. I know that a lot of people are now utilizing a Palau digital ID with a VPN, and they're using exchanges outside of the US, which you could do that. Bybit, you could do it with. You could do it with MEXC, but you definitely run a risk with it as well. Let me see. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you. I'm new. So basically, all into Xrp Xlm Hbar and Algo. I truly just don't get how people aren't investing in utility and still these memes or even Solana and Ethereum. It is what it is. I mean, listen, not everyone exposure to meme coins and Solana and Ethereum is not a bad idea, but we're talking about would I ever have any more than 10% of my portfolio in it or 15% of my portfolio in it? No, I wouldn't. I don't hold Shiba Inu. I don't hold pretty much any meme coins. Let me see. Appreciate the answers. Great confirmations on what I had thought on meme coins. I think it's pretty crazy that alts have been moving 100 to 300% this month, and we haven't even touched alt season. I think things are about to get insane. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. I mean, listen, I've talked about it on multiple occasions. When we look at what's going on here, okay, Bitcoin dominance lost the trend line. Now, could it regain this trend line? 100%. It definitely could. But this could very well be the start of the big moment for altcoins. And if we are going to see alt season, I've mentioned it many times, it does not last long. This is the altcoin season index. This is the path to alt season. Follow this path and make sure that you're following the altcoin season index chart as well, because this is a very big sign of what's to come. And I do think that as we really look at what's happening right now, we are still very early in on alt season. So if we're looking at some of these gains, like what XRP has been doing, or XLM has been doing, or ADA has been doing, these are just the beginning moves of the cycle, if I'm being honest. Alt season has yet to actually happen in a very large way. Let me see. Thoughts on Proppy? Proppy is a very solid gem. It's in the RWA space. They've been doing some crazy stuff with real estate. I think that Proppy is going to be a big winner. Any chance of a look at Casper double down at 0.007? I don't think that's going. Honestly, I don't think that Casper's going to touch under a cent again. I feel like if it was going to, it would have already have been, sub a cent again by now. I personally think that it is going to be still a big winner. Listen, a lot of people are quick to write off Casper. But the problem with that is that when we really look at Casper, okay, I said this in my Casper video. When I look at the previous experiences that I've had with Casper, because I've been holding this since going all the way back to like October and September of 2021. Okay. The team behind Casper Labs was never the team behind Casper Association, which the Casper Association is the one that actually, pushes Casper forward. They're the main drivers behind it. Casper Labs, on the other side of the thing, is a private company that continued to hype up dates, continued to push all this, nonsense, and never delivered. And then they completely did a 180 and said, yeah, we're done with Casper, we're going over to Hedera. So we now have the biggest, in my opinion, anchor out of the way. And they were also selling a ton of Casper tokens. So now that that's gone, in my opinion, Casper is far more bullish now than ever before. Especially now with the community behind it. I mean, even if you go over to their X account, right? I mean, look at what they've been pushing for the last couple of weeks. I mean, they have been starting to push, building. The overall community behind it has also been, growing. I actually think that Casper now, believe it or not, is far more bullish than I've ever thought about Casper. So I'm actually very happy about it. I think that that's great that, they're starting to, push some updates. And as we really look at, the Casper team now versus the Casper team that was there in like the last 2 years or so, it's night and day. So I'm actually very, very excited about the future for Casper. Welcome in, Ricky. Welcome in, Kevin. Welcome in, everyone that's in the chat. Guys, can we get in the chat right now, everyone, to say, let's go? I want to see how many of you are actually in the chat real quick. Because, guys, we are seeing some big gains across the board on the monthly, even on the hourly. We're starting to see some things waking up. I think that this demands a let's go in the chat. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right. It's that time. We're coming up on an hour and 40 minutes live streaming. Posture check. Let's get a posture check real quick in the chat. What's everyone sipping on? How's everyone feeling? How's everyone, what's everyone's thoughts right now on the market? I want to see what everyone is, what everyone's thinking in the chat. Laying on my couch with a Mountain Dew. Getting lit tonight. 3 a.m. in Germany. Welcome in. Sipping kombucha. Gotta love that. I've been drinking a lot of kombucha lately. Man, I'm loving this chat. You guys are awake, live. It's 8:41 p.m. EST. Telcoin is waking up also. Yeah, I love Telcoin. I think Telcoin's going to be a big winner. Good for the stomach. Yeah, 100%. 245 in New Zealand. Yeah, I know. Dude, the time period, like the time zone right now around the world is wild. 3 a.m. in Norway. Yeah, Jig Stack is dead. Health go, sadly. Midday here, Gold Coast. Yeah. Anyone in Toronto, Canada, or just me? Chilling in Virginia. American honey. Having some scotch in Texas. Green tea kombucha. Nice. Nice. Where's everyone watching from right now? I see a lot of people saying Texas. I know that there's a lot of Australians in the chat. New Zealand, UK. Best cold wallet, Trevor. DCENT or Ledger. Pacific Northwest. Chicago, working a 12-hour shift, making money while making money. Love to hear it. Ireland, Texas, Cali, Montreal, Texas, Idaho, Philly, LA, Australia. I mean, the overall chat is just going wild. I'm seeing a lot of you. You got a referral for DCENT? Yes, I do. I could drop it real quick in the chat. 1 second. Official links, DCENT. I think DCENT also, I don't know. I don't think that they have. So here we have, I'm going to pin this real quick. All right, I pinned it. That's my DCENT link. You'll see it here, $50 off. Again, I think that they might have a Black Friday discount deal soon as well. But yeah, with my link, you could save $50 off. It's a pretty big discount. You could also, they do have a 2-pack as well. But yeah, DCENT has been solid. Ledger has also been solid. It's totally up to you on what you want to use. Pennsylvania. Seeing a lot of people from Pennsylvania. Gaming tokens seem to be picking up. Yeah, I think that gaming tokens, again, this is something that I have been mentioning on the channel for a bit of time, definitely in the Discord as well. You can see this, right? This is November 4th, $15 billion in market cap, 1.47 billion in volume. Guys, we just hit 23.31 billion and over $5 billion in volume. So as we really look at this, right, I just feel as though gaming tokens are going to start to pick up in a big way, especially considering the fact that the retail sector is coming back. So as the retail crowd comes back to crypto, okay, gaming tokens, social media tokens, things like that, they're going to wake up. And even if we look at the last 30 days or even the last 24 hours, yeah, there is some nice gains across the board. We got a $10 super chat from mspellman562. I got 2K XRP at $1.47. 2.5K ADA at $1.07. We got 2.1K XLM at 51 cents. And 2.3K HBAR at 15 cents. Do I hold them or move? I'm in Northern Cali, Half Moon Bay. Love the guidance. You could just sit on them. I mean, honestly, there's no point in trying to be impulsive and trying to sell it, trying to buy lower or anything like that. I would hold on to them. If we see a significant lower level or like any major pullback, you could lower your average down significantly. It's totally up to you. After listening to you make love to XRP for the last year, why wouldn't I long hold it and not have an exit, at least to 2026? Because we will definitely see a bear market before 2026, in my opinion. I think that the bear market starts sometime around 2025. What does that mean? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. Let me see. What platform do you use to show the crypto bubbles? It's just cryptobubbles.net. It's not like any crazy software or anything like that. Well, I mean, what kind of bottom are we talking about for XRP? Because in my opinion, this is what I foresee happening with XRP. I mean, a major pullback. I don't know if we will see a, major pullback or anything like that. I think the number one thing to focus on is that there will be major pullbacks along the way, especially in the middle of a bull run. There's always major pullbacks during the whole run. We've seen that back in 2021. We've seen it back in 2017, 2018. So when there is a major pullback, it's typically a major buying opportunity. I still think that we're following the 4-year cycle. I just think that we top a lot earlier than what most people assume. Do you believe? No, I read that one. Hasn't Ledger been hacked twice or info leak? There's been a lot of drama around it. I still think that Ledger is trustworthy. I still think that they're fine, but it's always a good thing to diversify your cold storage wallets because, again, you never know at any point what's going to happen. You know, things can, you just never know. So when I really kind of look at what's going on around this space, when I look at what's going on with, cold storage wallets, I see a lot of people have their cold storage wallets stolen or hacked or they get bricked or something. So it's always good to have multiple wallets. That's also the number one thing about DCENT Wallet that I like. They do have a double pack as well that you can get a massive discount off with using my link as well, which is solid because you can get two, for the price of basically one. Do you ever cover the gaming token Pika Moon? I actually think the mods suck, laugh out loud, but the price is so low now, not sure to take it seriously anymore. Thank you, Brian, for the $5 Australian. Honestly, listen, when we look at some of these gaming tokens, I haven't really looked too much into a lot of them. But if I'm looking into Pika Moon right now, market cap 6.5 million. The supply isn't too bad at all on this. The issue here is this chart looks horrible, especially going back to March of 2024. It wouldn't be bad to have like a certain percentage allocated towards it, but it definitely is a higher risk, higher reward project. Could I see it 10xing from here? Sure. But again, it all depends on your risk to reward ratio and how, much of an appetite you have for risk, because it's already on, BitGet MEXC, so exposure's there, liquidity's there. I just I have a hard time trusting a lot of these gaming projects, especially when you have a very large supply like this. Typically it means that the team does control a large portion of the supply, which they could dump on you. They're selling into, price action. So it's hard to trust a lot of these types of projects, if I'm just being honest with you. Look at HBAR, super bullish on all time frames. Yeah, I have HBAR. I have HBAR loaded up on the side. I actually did have it. At least this is ADA, but this is the HBAR chart right now. I'm still expecting a sell off on this thing, if I'm being honest. Just a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy. Taking profit from my trade and holding the rest on the way. Always a good idea. No worries, enjoy the gratitude tips. Haha. Is Tangem good? I've heard good things about Tangem. It's not too bad. Do you really think that we'll have a bear market in Q1 2026 now that we have a pro crypto admin? I think that a lot of people are getting way too I think that a lot of people right now are feeding into the noise. I think that they're expecting, there's never going to be a bear market again. There's never going to be this, that. We've heard things like that in the past as well. In my opinion, when I really kind of look at the way things are headed, it feels eerily similar to 2021, where most altcoins did top around roughly April of 2021, May of 2021. Some of them ran into September, November, but by the middle of 2022, we were already in a bear market. So if we're talking about that, I think that the bear market starts next year, sometime around the end of Q1. And if we're really kind of being very if we're being very, moon boyish, non-conservative, then we should be topping around roughly like Q4. But I think that we top a lot earlier than most people assume because, I mean, look at how volatile the space has been. Look at how violent the moves on Bitcoin and on a lot of these altcoins have been. So to me personally, I don't think that it is a crazy idea for us to top earlier than what most people are assuming. And also, with everyone assuming that we top a lot later, it's technically, proving to you that a lot of people will essentially get wrecked, which happens every single bull run. So many people will get, wrecked that are even early because they are assuming that, oh, we're not going to top at this point. We're going to wait. I'm going to hold on to my bags. Every single time, there's always going to be winners and losers. Typically, those that are, bag holding, that don't believe that the market's going to top at a certain point, they're holding on for, this point, that point, or they think that prices are going to go much higher. Typically, they're the ones that ride their bags back to, base level or even worse, lower than what they put in. Everyone is calling it a super cycle. I mean, listen, I feel like, if we're taking into accountability, inflation, I feel like all of the prices that we are seeing are still very, they're normal for previous seasons as well. Again, I'm still expecting much higher. I still think that with alt season, a lot of these projects like XRP and XLM and others, they're going to go much higher, especially as Bitcoin dominance continues lower, while Bitcoin just kind of waits to go much higher. We're going to start to see very, very volatile moves across the board for altcoins and very violent moves as well. So again, it's just a traditional cycle for crypto. It's a traditional 4-year cycle essentially with alt season in place. You just got to be a bit patient. But in my opinion, I feel like it's very similar to 2020, 2021. Let's see. Did we get a Solana expectation? Again, with Solana, it's so hard because we're so close to, like, we're already breaking over the 2021 all-time high. Like, this thing has already created a new all-time high. So it's now in price discovery. This thing could go, much higher. In my opinion, it could very well flip Ethereum. I mean, this thing could hit $500 plus in terms of Solana. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I could definitely see that. And if we're talking about flipping Ethereum, Solana can go significantly higher. Let me see. Why is Dot on steroids? Polkadot's pretty solid. A lot of people actually overlooked Polkadot for a very long time. What about legislation bringing in institutional money? Something we have never seen. Derivatives is over 1 quadrillion. Well, that's the problem, right? A lot of people are expecting like $1 quadrillion on chain by like end of year. But tokenization, they already told you like the market cap for tokenization is going to be around like $16 trillion by 2030. So it's going to start small and then blossom out. Again, a lot of people got wrecked last bull market too, because they thought that, all right, institutional FOMO is going to kick in. We're going into a utility bull run, or they thought that it was a super cycle. There's always a narrative to keep you bag holding. There's always going to be something there to keep you holding your bags. And what's going to happen is most people will get wrecked by just bag holding them. CMC, again, it's okay. We'll all know at the end of the cycle what type of market this was. But I'm seeing a lot of narrative still. I'm seeing a lot of people, pushing certain narratives. I know that there's a lot of YouTubers out there as well that are going to, get you very, very bullish, are going to keep pushing certain things to you because they want you to believe it, but it's all for clicks as well. So, if we're thinking about what's going to happen, I don't know. I feel like I still feel like this is just a typical, almost like 4-year cycle, where altcoins are about to go crazy. It just feels like a normal bull run, if I'm being honest. And I know that things are a little bit different, right? We're hearing talks about, regulations and things like that. I do think that we'll have regulations by the end of 2025. So with regulations, it's also going to wipe out a large portion of the market. And if we're thinking about that, what do you think happens during that time? The entire market is going to experience a major downtrend as well. So to me, I just feel as if we're going to see major moves happening towards the end of 2025, where it's going to be it's going to be like the dot-com bubble, right? The dot-com bubble, once we start to see, everything kind of implode, you were able to buy projects or stocks, I should say, like Amazon and Apple and Google and things like that on the low. And I feel like you're going to experience the same exact thing this time around as well for crypto, where, we are going to see, regulations hit the market. It's going to shake up everything. It's going to cause significant downtrends to happen in the market as well. I know that a lot of people are going to say, well, all the utility projects are going to go parabolic during that time. But the issue is that, these utility projects are just not going to go live overnight and go crazy parabolic. Things are going to get shaken up. We're going to see regulations implemented. And then from that point on, yes, we are going to see adoption. We're going to see utility or utilization kicking up. And during that time, you're going to want to be positioned in utility projects. But I just feel like first, we are going to see we're probably going to see one of the most brutal bear markets in a history of crypto. What do you plan on the final exit of positions? Just which month? I know you have a private group. I mean, sell in May, go away. We know that May is typically a bearish month for crypto. It always has been. So, I would personally, in quarter one, depending on how things are looking, I'm going to be taking a lot of profits in 2025. That's always been my plan of action as well. So, I mean, everyone has their own plan. Everyone has their own idea. That's totally fine. I'm not going to scold anyone for, having an indifferent view, because that's just not the person I am. Everyone should have their own plan, and you shouldn't listen to me. You shouldn't just listen to me. You should always have your own plan in place. You should always abide by it. I just feel as if 2025 is going to be there's still a lot of uncertainty. I mean, listen, we're not going to, when we think about the actual economy, look at debt. Debt is still surging. There's still a lot of concern around the macroeconomic outlook. So if we're thinking about that, are we going to avoid, a significant financial crisis? I don't believe so, because of how far gone things are. So to me, I feel as if we are going to witness a major crash, similar to 08, if not worse than 08. And I've been very, very vocal about that for a very long time. So, to me, I think taking profits in 2025 is not going to be a bad thing at all. What's the word on Wisdom Tree already tokenizing gold on the XLM network? Well, I mean, if we're really looking at XLM and tokenization, over on RWXYZ, if we go to the dashboard and we go to the networks page, if we come down here, we could see Stellar, right? So Stellar has dropped off significantly in the amount that they actually had. I mean, at some points in time, this was sitting at about roughly 436 million. And up until roughly the 17th, 18th, this was sitting at about roughly 394 million. This thing just dropped to 248 million. Now, what caused that? Well, if we're looking at, some of the value here, we could see that Franklin Templeton has moved a large portion of their tokenized money market fund or mutual funds off of Stellar onto other networks. And if we actually look at that, all right, so let's go to Franklin Templeton. So if we look at the networks, we could see that a large amount of this overall tokenized money fund has now gone from Stellar to Arbitrum to Polygon to Avalanche. It's kind of trickled down onto a lot of these other networks. But in terms of Wisdom Tree, we can see that they have some US treasuries here. I can't see gold. I don't see any tokenized gold here. I don't know if they're actually even tracking that just yet. If we go to commodities, again, this is Wisdom Tree's digital holdings, but I'm not seeing any. Like if we go to networks, I can't see networks, sadly. But Stellar right here has about $1 million in it. So you could see, $1 million here in terms of tokenized gold, but it's not like a massive amount. It's not like, for an example, like some of these other ones that are over like $520 million or anything like that. But it is a good start. It is a good start. How much is the Discord? I need way more guidance. Right now, the Discord is actually 50% off. Typically, it is $100 a month, which I know that a lot of people will say like that's a crazy amount, but the amount of updates and the amount of time that I actually put into the Discord every single month is well worth it, in my opinion. But I will, here, 1 second. I will give you guys the discount code as well as the link to it. All right. So here is the link to it as well as the discount code for 50% off. I will replace the pinned post there. There you guys have it. Should be at the top. There you guys have it. I also do think that silver does outperform gold. I see Jim posting about silver. I think that silver is going to be a very big winner versus gold. We're now starting to see a little bit of some price movement here. I mean, it kind of almost looks as though XLM is finding support on this resistance, which is very interesting to see. XRP still having a little bit of an impulsive move off of these lows of roughly like $1.42. So I like to see it. Yeah, really. I actually think that I think that silver does outperform gold. I really do. I know that a lot of people have said like, no way, there's absolutely no way, but just wait and see. You'll see. I just feel like a lot of people are overlooking silver. Especially considering the fact that, silver has also been consolidating for years, which a lot of people don't realize. Yeah, it definitely raises precious metal prices, but again, I feel like a lot of people are overlooking silver right now. I mean, even if you think about what's the silver price? The last time I looked at it was like almost $32 per ounce. I don't know what it is now. But year to date, I think silver is up like 33%, I think. I might be wrong on that, but I think it's like 33% on the year. I think gold for the last I don't know what it is for the last year in terms of gold. I haven't been really kind of paying attention too much to the actual percentage, but I know that gold has definitely been doing very good for the last year, but I don't think that it's even close to what silver has been doing. I actually think that silver has been outperforming gold percentage-wise in the last year. Let me see. So silver US gold in 2025. One more question. I bought 440 XLM and it's grown quite a bit. Do you recommend I take profits? I always say take your initial investment out at a 2x, let the rest ride, and then just take profits when, the profits are significant enough for you to take profits. You got to remember that every single time that you sell or swap, it is a taxable event. So please make sure that you are accounting for taxes as well. What's the big moment? The big moment is the fact that Bitcoin dominance now has a daily candle close under this trend line, and it feels as though it is breaking, which means alt season could very well be here. Correct, Nick. 35% silver, 30% gold. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Silver has already been outperforming gold technically, and I think that it's going to continue to do so. XRP isn't breaking out right now, as you guys can see on the chart. We're getting close. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Everything switches after March, stocks, crypto, etc. You should definitely look into the significance of lunar and solar cycles, which the elites who run the entire market observe and use. Waiting to take initial profits when no tax on domestic crypto happens. Yeah, but we don't know when that's going to be or if it's actually going to happen. It's questionable. Let's take a quick look at a few things on the lower time frames. I actually want to look at Bitcoin dominance. So it feels as though it is still rejecting the upper trend line, still selling off quite a bit, which love to see it. Definitely going to be watching this over the next couple of days. The number one chart that I haven't looked at in a while, and I actually haven't looked at it since last time. I know that's going to be frozen. It's not going to be open yet. But this thing has been breaking out. And the big problem here is that we actually just took out the no-no level. This is technically bearish for risk on assets. This should technically make everyone pretty concerned because we now have a higher high going all the way back to October of 2023. This is the highest the dollar has been trading at since going all the way back here to roughly like November of 2022. This is a very big concern in my opinion. So far, we reject it right around the level of November of 2022. But this is definitely concerning on the dollar. And remember what I've always said. Usually, risk on assets like crypto do the inverse effect of what the dollar is doing. So if the dollar is pumping, crypto should technically be crashing and vice versa. So I'm watching this closely. I want to see this thing sell off. I don't want to see this thing continue higher. Let's look at the last hour. Let's see some gains across the board. XLM, guys. XLM is breaking out above this resistance zone. This is lovely to see. Looks like the breakout is going to continue on XLM, sitting at almost 54 cents. We have some nice gains across the board on some projects. Let me see. There's Hbar up about 0.17%, nothing too crazy. Again, we still don't have a clear path here on Hbar, but looks like XLM definitely is pushing up. This is lovely to see. All right, guys, posture check. We have about roughly 52 minutes left of the live stream. It has been an incredible 2 hours, 52 more minutes. How's everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? I'm sure that a lot of you are probably enjoying the sights that we are witnessing on a lot of these projects. Got me sitting up now and almost out of Mountain Dew. We're pumped. Why are you doing a 3-hour live stream? Just feel like it. Why not? It's been a while since I've live streamed. So why not? We have about roughly 1,200 viewers in here. Pretty wild. How am I feeling? I have been feeling a lot better. I have to be honest, guys. It has been a wild. It's been a very wild November. Just for reference, for those that are actually in here, simply because I haven't been able to actually talk to you guys like this. Yo, big shout out David Garrett for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, just for reference, guys, it's been a wild November because back in like the middle of October, I had surgery to fix a deviated septum that was causing me to not breathe well out of my nose. And it was actually obstructing my sleep. So I was feeling down and tired quite a bit. So I got the surgery back in the middle of October. Everything was doing good up until about the beginning of November when I assume pressure change happened because I bent over, and apparently you're not supposed to really kind of, bend your head over your chest quite a bit. Well, I did. My nose started bleeding. Tried to stop it at home. It almost was as if somebody turned on like a sink. My nose was just bleeding that bad. Started pouring down my throat. Went to the hospital. Had to get like a, this like balloon in my nose to stop the bleeding. After that, I had to wait about a week. Went to my surgeon again. He took the balloon out. Again, started bleeding again, same exact way. It was like pouring down my throat, coughing up blood clots. He finally put a balloon in as well. We only left it in for about 2 days. He took it out last Thursday. Thankfully, no blood. Knock on wood. Hopefully it's, all good. Now I've just been taking it easy, letting things heal up. Not been going to the gym. Just, been really kind of keeping things to a minimum. But it was definitely it was a complication with the surgery. Basically what happened was, there's a scab on like the turbinate, which is like a bone in your nose. It's kind of like on the side of your septum. Essentially, he told me it's basically just the scab fell off. It didn't heal properly because of, moisture not being in there. So it fell off, started bleeding, and the original balloon kind of pulled that back off because it kind of formed to the balloon that the hospital gave me. So it just started bleeding again. And we finally got, it under control, kind of doing good. Hopefully it continues, knock on wood. But yeah, I've been feeling a lot better since. And I'm just letting things heal up, kind of taking it easy, taking some time off from the gym and stuff like that. So glad to be back, happy to be back. Glad to be, able to make a lot more content for you guys because, this is like crypto is basically my life at this point. So, it's something that, I love to talk about. I love, creating content for you guys. It's one of like the best things that, has happened to me, being able to, create content for you guys, being able to, sit here hanging out with people from around the world and just kind of looking at charts, making money with everyone. It's just something that I'm blessed to be able to do. I appreciate it greatly. I wouldn't want it any other way. And thank you guys for, hoping for my recovery. I know that a lot of you guys were praying for me when I was making the posts on YouTube, letting you guys know what was happening. So I definitely appreciate all of you guys for the support. I got same surgery a year ago on deviated septum, but all good for me. Yeah, it was. I just think that I was trying to do too much, all at once, and it was just some mistakes that I've made. Maybe I don't know. Thank God you're okay now. There's nothing that can't be healed. I hope you're getting lots of vitamin K to help blood clotting. Yeah, I have been taking vitamin D with vitamin K. I've also been taking zinc and a lot of vitamins as well. What's the best buy right now for 24-hour hold? A lot of people are getting so impulsive with buying and just like trying to trade. Honestly, the best thing to do right now is just buy, hold, and let it chill. Happy to have you back, Nick. Hey, I appreciate it, Legendary. Glad you're okay now, bro. I hope my septum surgery goes well. It should. Listen, it's your nose is so hard to heal. It takes forever. Even after the deviated septum surgery, they say that your nose is still healing for at least a year after. because it's all soft tissue in your nose. It's like one of the hardest things to actually heal up. So, just take it easy. Just listen to what they say. You're going to have to do a lot of, sinus rinses as well to keep everything inside your nose moist. But, it definitely, when I was able to breathe properly through my nose, because right now I still can't, do certain things. I'm still trying to not breathe through my nose. When I was able to, it was a night and day difference. So I'm telling you right now, the surgery is worth it. It's just a long process to get back to normal, to get back to, doing certain things. Like I'm taking off from the gym for at least 3 months now, to let, make sure everything's healing up good. So again, it's just a process. Just be aware of that. But XLM is pumping, guys. XLM is going crazy right now. Breaking out 56 cents, XRP $1.50, Bitcoin having a nice little run up here. Dominance still selling off in terms of Bitcoin dominance. Love to see it. XRP dominance rising up a bit. XLM Bitcoin going parabolic at this current moment in time. Let's go check out the XLM dominance chart. I haven't checked it out in a bit. Yeah, this thing is looking good since the last time that I actually charted this. I mean, this thing is just insane. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Yeah, I mean, this is the highest level that XLM has been trading in terms of dominance since going all the way back to June of 2021. Let me see. Honestly, I want to learn about crypto to the bone. You've taught me so much in the last 5 days. Binge watching your YouTube videos. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you, Jonathan. Welcome in. $1.50 XRP, XLM 56 cents. Nick, is this for real? Have the masses finally waken up to utility? We just need mainstream influencers giving them their due. I do think that a lot of people are starting to wake up to utility. HBAR is up more than just announced to my account. Too bad I don't have XLM. From all Dino coins, I'm with HBAR only. Rest are new shiny coins. When we look at HBAR is starting to try retesting this breakout. Listen, 2 paths here ahead. It's either we do something like this to the upside, or we sell off from here, retest that trend line, and then continue higher. Either way, we're going higher, in my opinion. But XLM is doing really good right now. 57.5 cents roughly. XRP $1.50. Guys, we have a little bit of time left in the live stream. About 43 more minutes. We are getting close to the finish line of this 3-hour live stream. I'm absolutely loving the price action right now. We have over 1,000 people in here. Let me see in the chat. XRP and XLM to the moon. I want to see everyone say XRP and XLM to the moon. There we go. There we go. Come on. I know there's over 1,000 of you guys in this chat. I want to see everyone commenting XRP and XLM to the moon. Yeah, let's go. Guys, we are starting to see some nice gains here. We just got to be a little bit patient, but it feels as though we are about to wake up in a big, big way. $5 super chat from 3 Digilets. I'm scared. Let's go. Everyone's scared. Scared that they don't have enough. XRP, XLM, HBAR, and many other altcoins. Everyone should be scared that they don't have enough. This is a very, very exciting time. I'm telling you that right now. Our lives are changing. Options opening. 100%. Guys, I'm just telling you right now, this is a very exciting time. It really is. I've been making content on this channel for well over 3+ years. Been doing live streams as well here and there. But I got to say, guys, I'm so damn excited to be here with all of you, to experience what we're experiencing right now. I mean, I'm just having a blast. Where is everyone from? I know that I've asked this before, but we have new faces in here. We have a lot of new people in here. Where's everyone watching this video from? We got Indiana. We got Australia. We got AZ. The USA. We got Scotland, UK. We got, yeah, I'm sure you're coming from Australia, Italy, Indiana, Virginia, Missouri, Orlando, Vermont, Australia, Seattle, California, Central Texas, Texas, New Zealand, Reno, Nevada, Australia, Cali, country of mega, California, Arizona, North Carolina, New Zealand, California, Kentucky, Orlando, Miami. We got so many people in here from around the world. Welcome in everyone that is new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. We got a $10 super chat from mspellman562. Let's go. Pumped. Half Moon Bay Cali in the house. Joined your Discord too, bro. Welcome in everyone. Welcome in everyone. Love, guys, I'm telling you right now, we are all going to be extremely wealthy off of crypto. There is no doubt in my mind. Even if it's not this cycle, next cycle, crypto technology is not slowing down. Crypto technology is just going to continue to be absolutely massive and become a much bigger piece of the global financial system. There is no doubt in my mind that we are going to be extremely wealthy. Utilities making us millionaires, 100%. 299 Australian dollar from Sir Tuggington. XRP 589. Let's go. Texas, we here. I didn't buy enough. A lot of people are saying the same exact thing that you are saying. I should have bought more. A lot of people will say this. We got a $49, almost a it's a $50 super chat from Dr. Joey number 1. Welcome in, Dr. Joey number 1. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for the donation. We got Abdiel Gonzalez, $5. Whales are shorting this XLM. I believe that they are pumping to dump. A little bird told me so. Probably. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of shorts getting wrecked on XLM. Just like there was a lot of shorts getting wrecked on XRP. They didn't believe us. They didn't believe us when we told them. Now they are witnessing it in real time. We were talking about XLM before nobody was looking at XLM. XLM over 56 cents. We were talking about XRP while everyone was hating on XRP. It's over $1.50. This is exactly how fast things wake up in this market. I cannot wait for Hbar to wake up in a big, big way. I'm telling you guys right now, it is going to be absolutely glorious to watch all of these projects wake up in such a big way. We are just witnessing the starting point of what's to come. Hbar is a sleeping giant, dude. It's one of the, I'm telling you right now, so many people, they don't realize how big Hbar is actually becoming. It is one of, in my opinion, the most overlooked projects in the space. NCashOfficial and Common Sense Crypto are my two favorite crypto news channels. I appreciate that. This week has been so exciting. I bought the coins you speak about, and I'm up so big this week. Absolutely. That's exactly why I make the content that I make. One of the things that, I'm telling you right now, one of the things that make me so excited is knowing that when these projects are pumping like this, I know that there's so many of you out there that have watched the content that are also making money alongside me. That is the number one thing that makes me so excited. So I'm very happy to hear that there's a lot of you right now that are making a ton of money, that are up big. We are up so big right now. Love it. I absolutely love that. I'm telling you guys, it's my favorite thing, knowing that you guys are making a ton of money, knowing that you guys are here alongside with me. Like, the fact that we are all going through this journey together, it's something special. It really is something special, and I'm very happy about it. Almost up 3x total. Love it. You're not too late. Trust me. You're in at the perfect time. You are doing just fine. I'm also up big because I bought projects to recommend it. Thanks, Nick. Hey, I appreciate that, Anthony. You know, I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. I want to make sure that you guys are all winning. Keep leading us to the promised land. I definitely will. I definitely will. I'm going to be here for a very, very long time. Very long time. I don't even care. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be making crypto content forever. No matter what is going on, I am always going to be making crypto content. I could be a billionaire. I don't care. Listen, I don't do this for the money. I love getting on, live streaming, making a video, reading the comments, seeing everyone's comments, seeing where everyone's watching from. Just the entire situation around around content, even when you're a squillionaire. Love it, dude. But no, seriously, I'm telling you guys right now, it's something so crazy to me to know that there's people watching from Australia, New Zealand, from the UK, from Ireland, from, you know, all around the world. It is just, it's so crazy to me, and it's so special to me as well to be able to like actually sit here and do this. I absolutely love it. ETC, £2 donation. What do you think of Rose? Rose is a very solid gem. I hold like over $8,000 worth of Rose, if I'm being honest with you. Is it too late to buy more XLM, Hbar, XRP? Well, Primal, I'm going to tell you right now. Out of all three of them, Hbar is the one that's not up as much as XLM and XRP. Right now, some of these are buying pretty high. You could always add more to your bags, but I feel as if I wish that you would have bought a lot more before the big moves. I really do. I sound like Vlad. Who's Vlad? I don't know who Vlad is. Do you like receiving super chats? I mean, listen, the super chats, I always say, you guys don't need to donate any money to me. You could use that money to go buy more bags of crypto. I have them there. If somebody wants to donate, they can. The super chats, I always appreciate them. I'm always thankful for them. But I always say you guys don't need to donate to me at all. You guys can use that money to buy more bags, pump those bags up. But yeah, I mean, super chats, I always appreciate them. I really do. And I know that, like I said, it could be $1, it could be $2. I don't care what the amount is. It's not about the amount. It's the fact that someone feels the need to donate money to me. Like the fact that even if it's 50 cents, it's something that I appreciate no matter the amount. James, I appreciate the $5. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm grateful for everyone that has donated to this live stream tonight. It truly does mean a lot. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I know that I could just repeat it, and it sounds like I'm just repeating it. But I'm telling you guys, I truly do appreciate all the super chats that we received tonight. I think that this is literally the most amount that I've ever received while live streaming. So I just want to say I'm thankful for everyone that is here. I'm thankful for everyone that is watching. I'm thankful for everyone that has been supporting the channel. It truly does mean a lot to me, guys. So I appreciate all of you. Thoughts on Casper? I think that Casper is very bullish. I think that's more bullish now than ever before after we got rid of Casper Labs and the team behind Casper Labs. I will never trust that team ever again. I will never trust the people behind it. Casper is still the largest project in my portfolio by initial invested amount. I think that that's where a lot of people kind of, got everything kind of mixed up. It's my biggest project by the amount that I personally invested into it. It has quickly dropped down on my list because of the amount of money that I'm making off of other projects like XRP, XLM, Hbar, etc. But it's still the largest project by the initial invested amount that I put into it, because I put in like $20-some thousand into Casper. Brian, thank you for the Australian dollar. I appreciate it. I'm avoiding Prove AI like it's my ex-wife. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, same. I don't trust the team behind Prove AI at all. Ever since, I'm telling you, like, I followed Casper for 3+ years. I'm very aware of the team behind Casper Labs. I don't trust them at all. At all. Guys, we are coming up. We are at the last 30 minutes of the live stream. I donated because there are always hidden costs when you have surgery. I just wanted to help you as you help everyone else. Joey, I appreciate that. A lot of the costs, I have to admit, are covered under insurance, but it definitely was a rough time in the beginning, and it's just I'm telling you, I'm just happy that I'm able to be back at this point, making content, being here with you guys. This is what I'm doing right now. I know that this might sound crazy to a lot of you. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just sit here with all of you, talking about crypto, looking at the charts. Am I married? Family? I am married. Don't have children. I am still pretty young. I'm 26, but I am married, and yeah, planning for a family eventually. But yeah. May you have a long life with you and your family. I appreciate that, Danny. My friends I told about XRP 3 years ago sold their bags. They have all been texting me all week wanting to know what to do. Yeah, it's funny. I live in Pennsylvania, Jeff. Watch all of his past videos. You got a lot to catch up on. We basically the same age, twin. Yeah, a lot of people, you know what? I have noticed there's a lot of people in crypto that are now very young. Like there's some people that I have met that are like 18, 19 in crypto. I'm like, you guys are so ahead of the game. You have no idea. When will we get a face reveal? Brian, I've actually been planning ahead on potentially doing a face reveal. Maybe around 500,000 subs. I gotta see. I do like being anonymous, if I'm being honest. I don't. The thing about it is, like, the channel has grown so significantly. I like being anonymous. I don't want to, like, with crypto, there's so many influencers around crypto and, you know, people that have gotten very wealthy off of crypto that ended up in very bad situations. There's been a lot of influencers that have actually been murdered overseas. So the thing about, you know, being anonymous online is it's something that I feel as though a lot of people don't respect. I feel like they think that, you know, if somebody's being anonymous, they're hiding something. The thing is that with crypto, with finance, anything around finance, staying anonymous is so crucial. It really is. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize how important, you know, anonymity is in today's society. The world is a scary place, and you know, I'm gonna eventually have a family. Being, you know, completely open about who I am and everything like that. It's not about, you know, myself that I'm worried about. It's my family that I'm also worried about as well. Because you never know the types of people that are out there. You never know what's going to happen. All of a sudden I go on vacation somewhere overseas and somebody recognizes me. Like, you never know what's going to happen. So, you know, I feel like a lot of people think that I'm just like, you know, hiding who I am for certain purposes, but it's honestly, a lot of it is just security. A lot of it is around, you know, security and safety for my family, for myself. So, you know, I that's like the main reason. And for me, the big thing for me is like I never cared for, you know, fame or like becoming famous or anything like that. And I know that kind of sounds cliche, like, you know, the channel's over 130,000 subscribers. It's insane that it's this big, to be honest. So, you know, for me, I never cared about, you know, having 1 million followers or people knowing who I am. Like, I like being anonymous. I like staying anonymous. But I definitely do think that wearing a mask at some point in time on you know, a live stream or something, maybe it wouldn't be bad. I know that a lot of people said like, oh, a mask is kind of like weird. It's kind of, you know, lame or whatever. I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to see what I'm going to do. There's a few YouTubers out there that I know that wear a mask actually that, you know, it seems to work fairly well for them. I got to think about it. I'll definitely see. I don't know. We'll see. I know that there's I forgot the one guy's name, but he's actually really good. Um and he wears a mask. Yeah, a lot of people said to keep it like it is, don't wear a mask, don't do, you know, certain things, but I don't know. Yeah, I know that a lot of people said like the mask is like weird. It's kind of lame or so, but I don't know. But yeah, it definitely is around, you know, security. Like for me, the way that I look at it is like, how crazy of a story is it to say like, I was anonymous online and I changed tens of thousands of people's lives through just making content, being anonymous. Like that, I just feel like that is like a crazy thing. I think that that's like insane to me. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people think like me being anonymous. Again, it goes back to the whole idea of like people think like, oh, he's anonymous, so he's hiding something, or he doesn't want to show his face because of this, that, whatever. Like a lot of the things that people have speculated on, it's just wild to me. We're used to you as you are. Keep bringing us the alpha, and we are all good. I definitely will. You're crushing it, Nick. No need to change. Hey, I appreciate that. Algo's pumping? Did somebody say Algo's pumping? Let's check it out over here. We got HBAR up 2.9%. XLM is still up significantly. What's XLM at? 56.5. Algo's up 5.9%. Filecoin up 5.9% too. Let's actually look at, so this is HBAR. Let's go look at Algo real quick. I just want to take a quick look. Yeah, so Algo is still trying to break out here on the 4-hour. The daily looks like. Here, let me actually open up a new tab for, we'll have every single project kind of open here. We'll be looking at it side by side almost. Just kind of flip through them. Dominant's still looking good. XRP dominance going crazy a little bit. Did you guys see that? Here, I'll show you guys real quick again. Or it was XLM dominance. Look at XLM dominance. Look at this. Isn't that wild? It's already at a 0.5%. Guys, just for reference, highest point since going back to June of 2021. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to me. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, I'm telling you right now, like there's a lot of successful crypto influencers, investors that just wind up murdered, dead. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't take like anonymity seriously. It's very easy to just turn on a webcam and show people like your face. Trust me, it is. But the thing about it is like when we're talking about something like crypto, where it is something that sure it can be tracked, it can be traced. A lot of people don't realize like if you're overseas and you have, a ledger or something like that, like they are like there's people that are literally getting tortured for their seed phrases. Like I know that it sounds like wild, it sounds like off the wall, but like these things happen. These things happen all the time. I mean, it just happened last like May or so. I just saw an article like last May about another influencer, or it was like an investor that wound up dead. So again, I just feel like I just respect my privacy and the security of my family and things like that. So I try to remain anonymous, and I'll probably stay anonymous for as long as I possibly can. We're looking pretty good here, though. Dominance is still dropping. The overall sea of green over here, we could see everything that in the last 1 hour. Stellar still up about 11.1% in the last hour. Tezo's up 6.7%. Filecoin up 5.9%. Algorand up 5.7%. Cosmos up 5.5%. Some nice solid gains here. Last day, last week. Pretty wild stuff here. We can see that, by the way, on the weekly. See it on the daily as well. Yeah, dude, it's a wild space, that's for sure. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there. It really is. Guys, we are coming up on 10 p.m. We've been live streaming for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. How has been the live stream? How has everyone been feeling? How have you guys been liking the live stream? There's definitely ways that we can improve the live stream. I'm definitely going to be looking at it in the future. Background music, it's very hard to do background music. YouTube is annoying with the monetization stuff, the copyright strikes. So I haven't been playing music all that much. The last stream that I did, I played music. A lot of it was, copyright free, but a lot of the copyright free music kind of sucks. So I've been just trying to do it without the music and just kind of talking to you guys, keeping everything kind of a little bit more intimate, if you will. Nick, speaking of anonymity, can you please highlight how important it is for people to not say online how much crypto they have? Yeah, it's very important. Like, a lot of people don't realize that, saying how much you hold puts a target on your back. And I really feel like a lot of people should understand that, you shouldn't be telling anyone how much you hold. Why don't you produce videos about the power of the Pi network project? I just haven't, it hasn't been on my radar, if I'm being honest. All right. I want to ask everyone a serious question right now in the chat. What is everyone's price prediction for XRP and XLM by the end of the year? Yeah, my voice is slowly but surely getting back to normal. Things are a little bit still kind of, rough, but we're getting there. Definitely are, Michael. $4, $2.55, $2, $5, $2.50 for XRP, $2.50 to $5 XRP, $10, much higher than right now. $1.15 XRP, $2.22, $5 XRP, $2 XLM, XRP $3, XRP $60, XLM $50. Conservatively or Moonboy? Let's do both. Let's do both targets. $2 XRP, 2 XRP, $1.10 XLM, 5 to 10 has to be the ratio to gold. $2.25. The less people know about you, the better. 100%. XRP 50, XLM about $1.10, and XRP $1.90. For most likely, XDC needs to get on some bigger exchanges. 100%. I agree with you. XRP $4, XLM $1.79, XRP $10, XLM $4, XLM just $1, XLM 68 cents, XRP $1.90, $4.25. It all just depends on when RLUSD is released. XRP $2, XRP $2.50. What about Shiba, you think? Again, Shiba Inu, I don't really have an opinion on it, if I'm being honest. It really relies on just hype and speculation. $588. That's wild. XRP $2.90, XLM $2.44, XLM $5. $20 XRP, $15 XLM, XLM 60 cents. XRP $2.75, XLM $1.20. XRP $8, $8 XRP XLM $5. Moon XRP 10 XLM 100. Woo. XLM $1.25, XRP $5 Mega Pump. Didn't Corda and R3 go bankrupt? They basically sold off, but XDC apparently benefited greatly from it. Moonboy 100 XRP XLM 15. RLUSD has nothing to do with the price of XRP. It's about Japan banks, for example, using XRP the 1st of 2025. Are you buying Ripple? When Ripple IPOs, I will. XDC trying to push through resistance right now. Be right back. XRP $12. Nick, you give enough of yourself in what you're doing. Respect. Hey, I appreciate that, Michael. There's a lot of price predictions here. Love to see it. Overall hourly, XLM still a very big gainer. Things are looking pretty good. XLM over 57 cents right now. Very exciting times in the market, guys. Yeah, I know that you could buy Ripple private equity, but apparently I've heard some horror stories about it, especially around Link 2. There's a lot of some drama recently. I don't know. I kind of just stay away from it. I'll wait for the IPO. Tell your wife thank you for giving us 3 hours of your time tonight. I definitely will, Joey. Seriously, XLM $3, XRP $6 by the end of the year. We'll love to see that. Guys, the all-time high on XRP, when it gets broken, I'm telling you guys, the live stream is going to be wild. Wild, I'm telling you. But things are looking good. And a lot of this has to do with Bitcoin dominance breaking down, I'm telling you. When we look at the last 24-hour gainers, last 1 hour gainers, I mean, we're seeing some nice green across the screen if we're talking about that paper. Looks really good. Almost 58 cents for XLM. This is wild. XLM is just a shocker right now. Will Ripple dump from escrow and cool the pump? I mean, they sell about like 1 billion XRP. Like $1 billion worth of XRP every single month. It's not really that significant in my opinion. I don't think that's much to worry about. We got a $10 super chat from Ryan Detzel. Thank you, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. Really do appreciate that. All right, guys, we have about 6 minutes until 10 p.m. 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes of the live stream. XLM pumping up to finish out the live stream. What a finale, right? XLM doing some big moves, almost 59 cents, getting close to that 60-cent level, which is the next target from my perspective. If we're talking about macro levels. Love to see it, guys. We got 5 minutes left until I close up the show. We wrap it up. It has been a wonderful live stream with all of you guys out here. We have over 1,000 plus viewers in here. We got over 22,000 views in general for the overall live stream. It's been a wild ride. We got 59 cents on the screen. We just saw it live. Thank you for your time and answering questions tonight, Nick. I value your opinion and look forward to the next live stream. Hey, I appreciate you, Anthony. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. For those that are new to the channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys never miss a future live stream, a future update, anything. It has been a very exciting time tonight. It's been a very exciting ride with all of you as well. I could not be any happier to have all of you in this overall chat right now. I mean, it's been a wild, wild live stream. Some of the biggest donations this channel has ever seen. The most amount of money live streamed, by the way, in terms of donations. So it has been a historical live stream, the first of many, obviously. We are going to continue pushing forward. I'm going to continue doing live streams every so often. Don't worry. Don't worry. Maybe, what's today? Sunday, right? Saturday. Today's Saturday. I almost thought it was Sunday. But I'm thinking if everything is looking juicy around the market, I'm thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday for live streams. Maybe an hour a day, an hour on Monday, an hour on Wednesday, an hour on Friday. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Is it a good choice? What's up? Thinking an hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Going to bed happy tonight, and I look forward to checking in the morning after Middle East markets open up overnight. Yeah. I think everyone's going to bed happy tonight, Joey. If you're going to bed soon, good night. Have a great night. Get that rest. Looks like we might be hitting 60 cents before I wrap up the stream. We have about 3 minutes left. Do you think that XLM could hit 60 cents within the next 3 minutes? Let's see what's about to happen. It didn't break 60 cents yet. We're at 59.5 cents. We're getting there. Thanks, Nick. Where do novice crypto investors go for education? You are pretty advanced to it. The free Discord. The free Discord has a ton of great insights for you. Yeah, it probably hit 60 cents on Coinbase. If we go over here for an example, and we just go to XLM, we could see on Coinbase. I don't know if it's going to let us see it. Let's close out of all this. Yeah, so I mean, this is trading pretty wild. Almost hit 60 cents basically there. Pretty wild stuff here. I mean, look at these trades that are coming in. This is insane. 59.5 cents. Tell your wife thank you for giving us your time with her tonight. Hey, I appreciate it. Definitely will let her know. XLM so much up in the last month. It definitely has been. It's been an exciting ride. Guys, we have 1 minute until we wrap up the show. It has been one of the best live streams that this channel has ever experienced. It's been a very exciting time with all of you guys out there tonight. I'm going to be wrapping up the show. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. For those who listen, let's just are you guys here with me? You guys are here with me? All right, let's do this. So thank you for everyone for stopping by. Thank you for everyone with all of the super chats. I appreciate every single one of you. I am very thankful for every single one of you guys for stopping out, chatting in the chat. And with that being said, thank you for everyone for watching. I do greatly appreciate all of you. I appreciate you, JM, for the $5 super chat right at the finale. Is it worth trying to sell at 60 to buy back? Absolutely not. Never try doing that. But with that, I hope that everyone did enjoy the live stream. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm on free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Wrapping it up. See ya, everyone.